Welcome to Zelda Speedruns. We have for you from the Ocarina of Time Randomizer Random Setting League Settings Season 7 a Swiss Round 3 matchup between Flouche and Alex. On tracking today, we have Carolina and Virgil Dante, and I'll pass it over to our commentary team of Alexander Harold and Out of This World Burrito. Take it away.
All right. Thank you very much, Slacker. Happy Tuesday, everybody. We're back here with RSL and happy 1st of July. How are you feeling, Alex?
Not too bad. Yeah, happy Canada Day for those in the under the maple leaf.
I am geographically under the maple leaf. Canada. I'm in US. Anyways.
But yeah, Triforce Hunt, and it's 38 pieces. So that is the Ganon's boss key condition.
Whoa, big wallet. Like we have membership card and Kokiri to start with.
Yeah. Oh, we have all Royal Wallet right out of the gate. And a Kokiri sword to boot.
Yeah, we're starting with consumables and our wallet just happens to be big.
Yep.
I think this is the first Triforce pieces seed we're seeing on Restream. I don't think I've seen any yet.
Yeah, I think on Restream, because I did have one a while back for practice.
Yeah. So chat's asking if 38 means it's not minimal. I have no idea.
No, it's just random. No, it's completely random. Minimal doesn't have any impact on Triforce Hunt itself.
Well, at least it's a number where we know that the seed's not going to finish within 5 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, and we have spawns also shuffled.
Yeah, I'm refreshing my view right now.
Yeah, sorry, that was me a bit ahead because for whatever reason, Flouche's feed is not loading on my commentary page. I don't know why.
That's part of random settings. Random how it loads. Looks like Overworld Skulltulas are shuffled though.
Yeah.
And this might be a good time to check. Okay, we got some key sanity going on.
Treasure chest keys are shuffled. And it looks like they're anywhere. That or Overworld.
And we found 3 pieces in Mido's house already. Mido's keeping snacks.
But yeah, Kokiri Sword is not shuffled. It might not be a bad idea to see if Triforce is... Oh, we have, looks like Shops Random or Shops 2. But yeah, we will have absolutely no problem buying stuff. Oh my god, it looks like it's even cheap purchases.
I know. We got this big wallet, but not nowhere to flex this money.
Yeah, this is looking to be a bit of a jet. And is Ocarina? It's not shuffled. So either we have Shops 2 or we have or it's random. I'll put it at random for now.
Mm-hmm. It looked pretty random to me.
Yeah, it's
once
just
we see another shop
so far.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. As it looks like Alexis is going for River. Get some good information out of here.
Yep. Won't be able to do much other than this one token here. No explosives after all.
Mhm. Yeah, we might want to get audio on Alexis. Thank you. Yeah, and it looks like just peeked in, grabbed the Skulltula to grab the map, and then I'm back walking over to Kakariko Village, and Alexis is starting to do Child Cack, while it looks like Flouche is taking a similar route here.
Yeah. I mean, it's a token you can grab, so makes sense to do this.
Mm-hmm.
But it just seems like maps and compasses are just anywhere.
Yep.
It looks like Flouche, I can't even
straight to
tell
market.
how much ahead of... Yeah. Because the feed I have to use is slightly ahead... Like, his feed is slightly ahead of Restream's feed.
Yeah.
So,
I'm doing the same
and all
right now.
7 chicken. Yeah,
We
because
need
I'm
to
getting
collect all the
issues.
chocos. Yeah, then
Yeah, all 7.
Yep. Now, well, we still have a lot of information to find. We're only,
Oh, we got
4 minutes
Grotto
in.
ER.
Yeah, so here's a punchline. Grotto ER.
Oh, and scrubs are off.
Ooh, and also Misery Ice Traps are on, as Flouche is going to get frozen here by the guardhouse Skulltula. Well, we have a big wall, but then Scrub shuffles off. What am I supposed to do with all this money?
Oh, it's a...
Yeah, Mirror Shield and Cack Bazaar.
I'm sorry for a bit ahead.
Market.
It's just, it's hard because the Flouche's feed on our side is not quite working.
I'm going to blame Race Room. Maida's not feeling it today. Speaking of not feeling it, the runners did agree on a 5-minute break every 2 hours. So, should this be a surprisingly long seed, as right now it's looking pretty quick, we will get some breathing room. And Weird Eggs not shuffle.
I know we're a bit ahead on Flouche's feed, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like all shop items are pretty cheap today.
Yeah, they're cheap shop items, so like everything is 10 rupees that is shuffled. And if it's not shuffled, it's because it's like a shop item. And Alexis is also making...
Yeah, going straight for market now. Gonna see the same things.
Yeah, that mirror is going to be pretty nice. Now, one more question before, committing to Zelda's Lullaby Song Chase. Oh. Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, sorry about that. Just...
No, you're good.
But yeah, we got the double hint for the, for King Zora, which means that adult trade quest items are shuffled.
Yeah, and it looks like our songs are... Yeah, it looks like our songs are shuffled between each other, with Ocarina of Time giving Requiem, and then Prelude giving Song of Time.
Yep.
Also, yes, Door of Time open, very nice.
Or either you do, like, you can peek OGC Skull, or you go to Kakariko right away.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if we got Giant's Knife, then expensive merchants are also on.
Oh, that's a good point. So at least we go use our wallet there. Oh. Not
Oh, it's
looking. Yeah. How did
right.
Flouche get to back alley as adult? I wasn't looking.
It was a save warp.
Oh, okay. So save warp puts you back alley as adult, which Flouche is just going to buy out the whole shop here and give it hook shot.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a prelude, but puts you in a funny spot.
Yeah. It really is. But that's definitely puts you like more towards going to Zor's River as adults here, because you can get the tokens.
Yeah. The hook shot's going to give you a lot of availability there for reaching all these randomized Skulltulas.
But yeah, it's 4 med bridge, so we already have one.
Yeah, Alexis finding the adult spawn there in back market, but during the day, so can't check the shop.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Luckily, that's an easy place to get back to, being your save and reset. And like
Yeah,
you
the question
said,
is when you go back for that.
well, you're going back to turn to child, I guess, but missing hook shot is pretty bad early on. It's unfortunate.
Look.
Gesundheit. Are you allergic to these settings?
No.
No. There's no setting
it's
you're
just...
allergic to in RSL.
No, just sneezing. Oh!
Uh-oh. There's your wild card. Huh. So our dungeon entrances are randomized.
And it's mixed pools.
And it's mixed pools. There you go. Chat's like, where's the seed gonna get longer? Well, that might be it.
Well, we'll have an opportunity to check whether dungeon skulls are shuffled as well.
Mm-hmm.
But adult Jabu is always pretty convenient.
Oh yeah, it's quick. Those long legs let you get through it quickly. Oh yeah, good point. Chat recognizing shortcut is open. So the dungeons are like, please just complete me. Look at this potion shop though. Oh, it looks like the
because
trade
you don't
item
have
quest
the
is
item.
on. Yeah. Oh, right.
Yeah, you need the trade quest. You need it was the odd mushroom to get it.
Yeah.
Going for that. But yeah, trade quest shuffle has already been established on, because we saw the double hint for King Zora, which only appears if that's the case.
Yeah, we're seeing some pretty unusual mix of settings already in this one. Of course, Rudo not in the basement. Thank you very much.
We'll get to see if skulls are fully shuffled in.
Oh yeah.
Because we saw one in a dungeon, and it seemed like it was just a vanilla token, but it could be just a coincidence. There has been a chant things like that before in RSL, where we've seen a number of items just happen to be shuffled in the right way.
Mm-hmm. Now, Alexis just looked at a hand. I think it said Forest Temple had Ganon
Game
key.
key.
Oh, game key. Other G word.
So it's treasure chest game keys anywhere.
Right. Which we did see this the other week on Restream, and can be a fun time.
Yep, and we're leaving that scrub grotto alone because that's not the upgrade scrub, because the upgrade scrub would be on the left side going in.
Oh, like closest to the entrance?
Yeah.
Look, so it's looking like Sculptula tokens are not randomized in dungeons. They're just spitting out tokens. So we only have overworld scrub ER, or random.
Yeah, it's probably just that. Granted, it is pretty nice to have extra tokens for later.
Oh, absolutely. Makes checking 10 and 20 way less of a headache. And Alexis using that save warp to get back to market as adult.
But we do know that there's also a piece on 40 tokens. And with that hook shot, that kind of just gave us a lot to do.
Now, if you need 38
Oh my
pieces to
gosh.
complete the seed. Oh yeah, look at that. Blue fire arrows. As well as the chicken hatching. Right?
Jeff 50 is dead at least, so
Yeah.
nice. Flouche making that look easy.
So for those who might not be aware, we need 38 pieces to complete the seed. Wow. Sorry, look at that frog's hint. Does that mean there's only 38 pieces available, or could these runners find extra pieces?
There's more than 38 pieces. There's always 25% more pieces than the maximum. No matter what settings it is. If it's RO, then those pieces can just be locked in a way where you'll never be able to access them, so you'll have exactly the required amount.
That can definitely get difficult. So yeah, continue to rack up those Skulltula tokens to reach 40 is important. But as we were going over that, we saw Flouche see a hint for frogs. It looks like frogs are holding magic and bow.
Yep, and also frog shuffles off. Because we got these double hints.
Yeah. Well, luckily we know where to look for songs. We just don't know which songs are where yet. Oh, there's our auto mushroom. Cool. Thanks, Richie's mom.
Yeah, the feed for Flouche's side is not working on our page for whatever reason. Whereas Alexis is working just fine. Because he's just getting the the tokens right now.
Yeah. We're having to improvise, but that's okay. But yeah, it doesn't look like chest appearance is on. Because if it was, wouldn't Triforce pieces appear in bigger chests?
Yeah, they would. Well, we would have already seen it with the tokens too. Yeah, Grotto ER is on, and we know Dungeon ER is also on, and they're mixed.
Yeah, so far we've already found Jabu and Zora's River, which is a very convenient place to find Jabu.
Shuffled.
Yeah, so we'll be seeing where else these dungeons can show up. As Alexis goes for Howl Castle 2 hint. So chat's asking if Stone of Agony can enable chest size matching contents. No?
It's it's not one that's probably ever going to be turned on, even if it is enabled. And Haunted Wasteland Foolish. And the reason is either you're better off just having it fully off at that point, or you'll sometimes just get the Stone of Agony regardless. So it makes no sense to just have it like that anyway. Having to wait for Talon, who's sleeping.
He's just taking a nap. Leave the guy alone. He's been working hard, probably.
Yeah, but he's getting in your way.
Yeah, well.
He's being extremely rude.
I mean, the worst part is he's making Malin wait.
Of course, that's what I mean.
Alright, so we're about to see what's on Impa for Alexis over here. Which are getting
Also-
Zelda's letter. Go on.
Yep. Ooh, that's Bolero on Zelda's Lullaby. Check. Yeah, we'll see if Happy Mask Shop it's complete. So we will not. We'll probably not find the complete mask trade quest. So we'll probably not see the oh, that's pretty convenient. A warp to market.
Hey, we'll take Market Warp in place of Prelude. Alexis taking the strategy, though, of grabbing Skull Mask immediately, not checking for Fast Bunny Hood, but with Groudon's randomized, and
Fast
you just
Bunny
might be
Hood's
happening
always
to
on.
Peter.
Fast
Oh,
Bunny
it's
Hood is
Fast Bunny Hood's
always
always
on, and Aris on. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then grabbing the Skull Mask is just, hey, if I run into the grotto, then I don't have to worry about going back to it. And I can at least check that immediately.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Flouche now has 9 pieces because there was a piece on 10 tokens. Because with Triforce Hunt, you're statistically more likely to getting something required on tokens, so it's better to hunt them.
Water Temple's in the path of gold on Flouche's side coming up.
So yeah, if you find yourself in a Triforce Hunt seed, tokens are probably a way to go. We'll see what Lexi has. Oh, you found Kujiro! Yo!
Oh, hey!
The blue bird of happiness. Lee will be very happy to know that Kujiro is in a nice and safe place for once. Not drowning, not cooking alive, but chilling in a ranch with some friends.
Very appropriate place to find the Cuckoo, I agree.
It's to win.
Yeah, so once either runner collects 38 Triforce pieces, they're good to go. Also, no cow shuffle tier.
Yeah, no cows, no mooing. You don't need bridge necessarily, but having access to Ganons does allow you to have extra checks, which could lead to something to pieces here. And that is a poacher's saw in Lon Lon Ranch. Yeah, when you get all the pieces required, it takes you right to the ending, to the credits. So there's 25% extra over the maximum. So in this case, you have a few extra pieces. So like, there's always a fourth of extra pieces you can grab. We have not seen any heart pieces yet, that's for sure. I just find it funny that we start with a Kokiri sword, and then there's the Kokiri sword in the Kokiri sword chest. I just think that's funny.
It's the one in reserve. It's a backup.
But yeah, 25% of 38, and that's the amount of extra pieces there are in the pool. It used to mean that. Also, Desert Colossus, Way of the Hero. But nowadays, no matter what setting you have for item pool, it'll always be 25% extra. And now feed's just not working.
Oh yeah, it's thinking about it.
Oh, there we go.
All right, so it looks like Alexis is getting around to checking Lost Woods right now, and then Flouche is going to Child. I'll get around to doing more Child checks. Everyone's favorite check coming up. Ocarina memory game here.
Yep.
All right, then. Flouche going around collecting Skulltulas in Kakariko Night, putting that fast bunny hood to work.
Yep.
Wow, Dodongo's cavern compass. Wow.
I think that gives us info, doesn't it? Because we
didn't say anything in the hint window other than it was a compass. I mean, from the highlighted text at least. Oh, there we go. There's one of the upgrade scrubs that you're talking about on the left in the grotto.
Yep, that's the only one.
Yep.
In
and
a grotto,
only a token. In a grotto.
There's an upgrade scrub in Lost Woods that people are familiar with.
Oh, yeah. I don't think we've seen that scrub yet. As Alexis went straight to the right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could just warp out after doing left side. Oh, med
Yeah,
info
absolutely.
at temple time. Okay. So yeah, maps and compasses is not really going to be holding out much value this seed.
Unfortunate, but not unsurprising. Sorry is his horse, and then something about Ice Cavern. Is that path? Oh, wait, the hero. All right.
Yep. Ice is Waff.
Very cool.
Oops. Of course, we don't know where Ice is.
Yeah, with mixed pools dungeon entrance on Randomizer, might be a bit before we see where Ice is. Which Alexis is going back to go check this grotto.
Yeah, peeking grottos is generally pretty good. So
Oh, absolutely.
Oh.
All right. Yeah, if you haven't
We are
refreshed,
back.
refresh now. All right, Comms now has an eyesight aligned to chat. Sorry about that, everybody, but everyone thank Trez and our restreamers. Thank you very much,
Yeah.
everybody. All right. So Alexis grabbing Mask of Truth here. Gonna save and quit, turning into Bunny Hood. Gonna hold on to that. And then Flouche is booking it down to Deku Shri. I'm gonna check this entrance over here past Mido. So we have chat asking, does Way of the Hero still mean need this to kill Ganon, or is it need this to get Triforce pieces? Good question. What is it, Alex?
Waff just means it locks other items. Path to Gold means that it specifically locks a piece. It doesn't have to be a required piece, but that's partially true. It's not entirely true, but it locks more than just a piece. Yeah, Waff just means you need this to beat the game. And Path to Gold is specific, just like how Path to Hearts and Path to Spider is very specific. Okay, so Kukuri Force, one major item. Because Triforce pieces aren't considered major items, and the Kukuri sword being unshuffled is not considered a major item.
I don't remember what was in the shop. It might have been something in the shop. Alexis going back to grab Bunny Hood.
Yeah.
Having put those masks to work, finding Deku Theater.
Ice Cavern
Ice
has two major items. Yep.
Hang on.
Yeah, the shop had two Triforce pieces, which are not considered majors.
Shop was empty. Yeah, shop was empty of majors. Then, yeah, either Storm's Grotto, Dirt Patch Skull. I don't know if we looked at the Skulltula at the twins' house as adult. Yeah, Chimp's got it. Chimp and chat's on it, as usual.
Yeah. Well, for those we do. Actually, one we could get right away, but the other two are gonna be a bit. We need a bottle, and we need storms for that.
Yeah.
Because technically speaking, it doesn't matter which Triforce pieces you get, as long as you beat the game.
Which is why they're not considered major items, you're saying?
Although I have heard people consider trying to make it that.
I could see an argument for both cases.
Yeah, but but that's the thing. It's BridgeCon. But yeah, I still don't know why they aren't considered majors. Because I remember last season they weren't either. And this season I wasn't sure if that was changed until I started doing a seed, and they still aren't.
There's Prelude. We do have a few things to take us back to market, but Prelude's just straight into Temple of Time, so a little bit more direct when we want to go there, which is good.
Warps are shuffled.
Right.
So Prelude
So we
might
get-
not even take
Right.
us there.
That's true. Well, maybe it will be a little bit
Oh,
well,
speaking
there's the
of
bottle.
bottles. That's Soil Patch Skulls.
There we go. That puts him in.
Yeah, it rounds down, so if it's a decimal, then it'll just round down.
What if I pulled half a piece of a Triforce piece, though?
You don't, because it would just be a smaller piece.
That's true. Just scale the model down so it's really tiny. The Triforce Crumb. That's true, chat. But Alexis coming in like Hylia now, gonna go around and set Scarecrow song up if we need to. And do Childlike checks. And then likely check what's up with Owl, as I don't think anyone's checked Owl yet.
Yeah.
And Flouche getting around to those Lost Woods checks after checking Sacred Forest Meadow, going back out to Kokiri to go back in. And we're going to see that upgrade scrub we were talking about earlier.
Shadow Pot is dead.
That's a good hint to find. Oh, that's
Frog.
We're finding these trade items.
Oh my
Ooh.
god. That is
Silver
technically
scale.
French vanilla because
Yeah, you're
gold
right.
scales on Adult Fishing Gallery.
Well, that's an extremely
That's
convenient
hilarious.
place to find your scale. Because that'll give Alexis direct access to domain if they want it.
Well, they'll probably do it at some point. It's just, well, tokens are on the mines.
Oh yeah, which is why they're swimming over to this platform to check the Skulltula token there, check out the Lakeside Lab token. Probably going to be picking up bugs sooner than later.
Yeah, I'd probably pick up bugs too. It is out of logic, but who cares at this point? It sucks not having suns for
Shoot the
for
sun?
this seed.
Oh, because time of day management is going to be rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
No, just slightly annoying. Because you have to forego this owl for now to get this token.
Right. It'll definitely cause some back and forth and some routing decisions where you're like, all right, I left tokens over here. I have time of day. Do I go get it, or do I spend that in a new area? So let's be careful on this jump slash. Oh yeah, drink your milk. That's right, gamers. The pocket milk come into play. Very nice.
Yeah, I'm not worried too much. But it is kind of annoying sometimes where you just get stuck into a spot where you can't really manage time of day all that well.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Hylia's
Hylia Path to Gold. Well, there was a scale, so that's likely it.
Mm. Yeah, even though this is still the early rounds, we haven't determined brackets yet, so this is a Swiss format for the beginning here, where Flouche and Alexis have both taken 2 wins so far, so they have 2 points Definitely no weak runners in this tournament. All very, very good runners. So yes, both of them can certainly
Oh,
manage time of day. Oh,
there's
that's an
Ice
excellent
Cavern.
find. Hiding under the owl. He likes
And
perching
owls
there.
are
Keeps his
shuffled.
feet cool.
And owls are indeed shuffled. Because he just took Alexis to Lost Woods.
Yeah, which will give Alexis some options here, like swim straight to the top of river.
And Flouche is looking like he's going to be doing Gerudo Valley here.
Yeah, Valley route in. There's that dastardly frog hint.
Chances are we might not even need a bow.
Oh, good point. Just depends where these pieces are. Flouche is already up to 10, so almost a third of the way there.
Valley Lake is pretty strong with what we have right now, so...
Yeah, comparatively, Alexis, I don't believe went into Valley before going into Lake, but they won't forget about it. It'll be on the mind. Oh, beans are shuffled.
Beans are shuffled.
That is interesting considering beans aren't pre-planted in these settings.
Oh, and that's the odd potion.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, we're finding a lot of these trade items early.
Oh, all trials are on.
Oh,
no, that was all trials on, so... All that does is lock one check behind a lot of items.
Ominous.
Yep. I'm telling you that, yeah, because we could have it so we could... That might be the only way to get some of those pieces.
Mm-hmm. Now Alexis found Jabu. Went in and be like, I can't do this yet, and left. But now knows where Jabu is as well as Ice Cavern. Flouche will likely find Ice Cavern here shortly on their Lake Hylia trip.
30 is dead, so... And Flouche doesn't have a bottle, so it'll be a bit. But they're both at 10 right now, so just a little over a quarter of the way.
Yeah, and this is why these Triforce pieces seeds can be so quick. As early in the restream, people are already calling this a jet. It's a hard factor of like, yeah, we're a little bit over a quarter of the way now. Or when you're fighting for medallions to get Ganon's boss key to fight Ganon, and you're like, well, kind of close. Oh, there's strength.
And there was a game key, and there's the pocket egg.
These shops are killing it today.
Yeah.
Also, Flouche opting for Child Ice Cavern right now.
I think it was peeking to see if silver rupees were on.
Ooh, that is, yeah.
Because you can't actually get
there.
to map chest.
That's a good point. I always forget about the silver rupees as I haven't seen them yet this season, but those are very important to note early on. Because silver rupee shuffles is dastardly.
The problem is Flouche doesn't have a bottle. Alexis has the bottle, but...
Yeah. Alexis got that out of a grotto in Hyrule Field, I think.
It was actually on Composer Grave Flames.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, and Composer Grave was like South Hyrule Field or something. And Flouche peeking the dive item there. It's going to set Scarecrow Song as well.
But yeah, right now the bottle is actually out of logic for the time being.
Right, because we grabbed that with stick and flame instead of a fire source and magic.
Yeah, because we used storage.
Yeah, that is not a trick in these settings. So Alexis will be keeping that in their mind that they got this bottle a little bit sooner than maybe the seed intended them for it. Unless there's another bottle somewhere we haven't seen yet.
I mean, there are 4 bottles, so...
While up in Fountain, we did find a hint for Gerudo Valley being Path to Gold. Which then I'm like, that's got to be either the grotto on the ledge we haven't seen, or the soil patch skull, or the hammer chest. I guess there's also
the odd
Summer
potion
Swords
that we
grotto.
just saw.
That's true. Could be the trade item.
Because it could lock one piece and it would still fulfill Path to Gold.
Right. Did Flouche get the scale? Yeah.
He did. It's on his personal tracker.
It was real fast. Flouche wasted no time in child fishing. Flouche waiting for time of day and is playing Bolero to go wherever this takes. Market, night market, or day market. Yeah, again, these runners are both extremely skilled. Sometimes you'll just look away for a moment and they're like, oh, they're already done something that usually takes longer for me. And then Alexis putting that bottle to use now in these solo patches. And Flouche gonna go check Lon Lon.
Yeah, because he didn't do that quite yet. And Alexi is, in fact, checking soil patch skulls. Is this a good time to do it? You got things to... You know that you'll need to do this eventually anyway.
Right. Soul patch skulls are pretty quick too. And again, given our dungeon entries are randomized, the only thing our runners know right now is where Jabu and Ice are. So it's not like they go, oh, I'll just go do Deku, because it's like, where is it?
But yeah, getting to 40 tokens will be pretty helpful in the in this seed.
Right. For that piece.
Yeah. Especially when you start getting closer to go mode and you have like stuff that's hinted. It's actually really convenient for to have them in the back of your mind.
Right.
After all, because the hardest part about Triforce Hunt is always finding that last piece. Because you never know when you're gonna get it.
It could always end up being very elusive, as we've seen a lot of randomizers where if it's not Triforce Hunt, it's just like, man, where's my long shot, or where's my one last strength upgrade? But then now it just becomes pieces. Which, speaking of which, we do have one major item in Kokiri, and it looks like it's not the soil patch skull. So we're running out of options what it could be. Either Song of Storms Grotto or that adult skull we haven't seen yet.
And yeah, Prelude is pretty close to being vanilla.
Oh, there's the Carpenter's Saw on Flouche's side there which we probably saw earlier with Alexis, but again, both running so fast.
Yeah, the only trade items we haven't seen yet are the prescription, the eye drops, and the claim check.
Yeah.
And the big Goron sword.
Broken butter knife. How am I going to spread my butter now?
With another broken butter knife.
That's right. It's just like our tiny pieces from earlier. Put them together and we'll get kind of one knife, but have two handles. That warp goes straight to Goron City. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, Minuet is Goron City markets. Bolero is markets. Prelude is Temple of Time. Because we did actually get a look at that.
These warp songs might as well be DoorDash. Takes us straight to the store.
Oh, Minuet, yeah. Minuet was it.
Alexis might be chasing that Gerudo Valley path to Gold Hint, taking Epona over to the other side.
Oh yeah,
can't
for the
eating?
tokens.
Yeah.
There are 2
Hopefully-
tokens. Oh,
They're running out of
yeah,
time of
this
day,
is-
though.
oh, they're not gonna get it.
No,
It's already too late.
that was tight. But they
It
do
was gonna be
have.
rough anyway.
Oh yeah, good point. They do have membership card at least, so they can. Oh, Carpenters are rescued. Cool. So they can check the GTG entrance at the minimum.
Yeah, but we also have this to do too.
True. Put these trade items to work. Plug bottle.
Oh,
Ooh,
well, that's in logic. There's
Yeah,
an
that-
in logic bottle.
that could logically be our first bottle. You're
Oh
right.
my god. That definitely could be path to gold.
Absolutely. It's even bugs. Convenient. All right, so Lexi's going to check the GTG entrance here.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was just a grotto.
Wow, you called it.
The odds are just pretty high.
Hi. Yeah. I'm hoping that the Fire Temple entrance is just the Octorok Grotto. It's like, here's one octopus and some money.
But Flouche is going to be getting skull number 20 here. Even gets the chicken to stay on the ledge.
Damn, I wish I could handle chickens as well as Flouche does. They always run away on me.
You gotta grab them quickly.
I know. Grabbing them's the hard part.
Just press A.
You make it sound easy. Flouche killing time of day here, looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, to check Skulltula.
Just gotta make sure that the chicken stays. Oh, yeah, I was
Ooh.
close.
And then Alexis heading down river in Gerudo Valley to do adult lake checks. Equip the bottle. So yeah, they're going to turn in the frog for eyes at Lakeside Lab, and then maybe go into Ice Cavern. Put those bottles to use.
Yeah, I can very much see that.
We do have 2 major items in there, and it was also Way of the Hero. So
Yep. Well, one of those major
Cool.
items is a song, so there's one item in there that is a major.
that's a good reminder. Sometimes I forget there's a song at the end of Ice Cavern.
Because even with songs on songs, it's still a major item for songs.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the Gwei. Not the Gwei. Oh,
Also, we have open fountain, by the way, so
we do. Some nice quality of life aspects about this scene. Our runners have not needed to farm for rupees at all. It's always nice when you don't have to worry about routing any rupee farming in. There's Bomb Bag on top of Lakeside Lab. Finally, our first
Very
source
convenient.
of explosives. Yeah, 51 minutes in. All right, let's see what Lakeside Lab Doctor can juice from these eyeballs.
a shield.
Shield. Inventive. And I think Flouche just found a hint for shooting the sun for Jabu Jabu. Yeah, you never want to discount Lakeside Lab Roof. That's why when I saw beans were shuffled, I was like, this would be concerning if we didn't already find a hook shot.
But Flouche can check the second room in the treasure chest game because he got another treasure chest game small key. And it's also nighttime.
And we're going to see adult fishing on Alexis' side. And to your point, there goes Flouche checking treasure chest minigame. So 2 more checks here on Flouche's side. Getting more tokens. Good. Yep, more tokens. Let's go. Yeah.
Adult fishing is a piece.
You know, fishing paying out in both ages for once. Yep, and then Alexis dropping bugs. Need to make room for blue fire.
Yeah.
And it looks like Flouche is going back to adult.
Yep. I mean, there's not much you can do at this point.
No. Our runners are doing an excellent job of exhausting their overworld options.
And Flouche gonna get the info now that Prelude is effectively vanilla.
Mm-hmm. Checking Minuet next. I think a warp to Goron City is pretty convenient. It's always one of those areas that can be somewhat dense, have some good checks in it, and cause you to backtrack to. But then by that regard, it's definitely an area that I've seen in a lot of races where runners will have a hard time routing in, especially like child checks. So just having a warp right there, very cool. Yeah. Climbing Death Mountain Trail is not cool. What, is that a compass?
We have all tokens shuffled. Because that was a red rupee on the skull in ice.
Good point. All the Skulltula tokens we saw in Jabu earlier just happened to be shuffled to tokens.
Yep.
So yeah, it is
full skull sanity.
It is full skull sanity. Jabu just gaslighting us as it likes to. Good eye. Jabu's good at baiting because he's got to catch those fish. You know what I'm saying?
He's got a big mouth. He could just suction feed. Not suction feed, but like that. That's actually how a lot of big animals get small fish in the water.
Yeah. I mean, that's how many whales do it. Except orca whales.
Bolero is... Serenade is on Bolero.
Cool. More movement that might be useful. We'll see when the runner checks it.
And Alexi getting bullied hard by Keys.
Keys? Yeah, they're mean.
I think it's safe to say this is minimal.
Considering we haven't gotten more than 3 heart pieces. Yeah, no. It's been almost an hour and we have not seen a single heart container or piece. Chat, game recognizes game, okay? If Jabu's got it, Jabu's got it. But Flouche checking DMT, gonna try and get the Skulltula here behind the Hammerrock. Got some money for it, very cool. Chat with the facts. Hard facts today. But we're going to see some more checks here on Alexis' side. Ooh. Water Temple boss key.
I'm tempted to say they're regional right now.
Right. So is it regional because Ice Cavern's in Lake Hylia and not because it's Ice Cavern?
No, it's because it's Ice Cavern.
Okay, there you go. You have to go to Ice Cavern before you can fight Morpha. That's very vanilla, just in a different way. Flouche making out to Adult Lost Woods, gonna jump over this kid. Stun on him, backflip on him. Got it. Flouche wants that minuet check in Sacred Forest Meadow. I do not blame him.
It's a song.
Yeah, when you know it's a song, you want it. Yeah, because we do have access to Saria. Flouche is just like playing songs is slow. And I don't blame him again.
It is much faster if you can get it first try.
Mm-hmm. Did we see the Way of the Hero in Ice? No, because the boss key doesn't count as Way of the Hero, right?
Actually, it can. That's a good point. So that's our item major right there. But there is a song, and that song could be Woth easily. Yep, Woth BKs are possible when they're shuffled like this.
That's quite the topping to this. Go on. Oh, hey. Okay, that's not Woth, but it's cool. Big Goron Sword's cool.
That's Sun Song in Minuet.
You know, Sun Song could be big, like you talked about earlier. It's just gonna make getting those skulls a bit less annoying. And Force Temple entrance. Yep, Force Temple entrance is a bunch of scrubs hanging out. Alright, we want to see what the song is here. We already found both Prelude... Well, I guess warps are randomized, so whatever.
Kukuri Forest. Slightly more useful as a
Lullaby.
And that's a token. So that is not it.
No. It's got to be in the Sun Song Grotto then.
In the Storms Grotto.
Yeah, so going back to Ice, it's probably not the BK to Water Temple boss then, but rather Zelda's Lullaby's Way of the Hero.
Oh, that's more than likely. It's Zelda's Lullaby, because... It could be BK, but it's Zelda's Lullaby.
Mm-hmm.
ZL can be Woth in RSL.
Yeah. Just RSL things. But yeah, happy 1 hour, everybody. Thank you for being here with us. This is Random Settings League, Season 7, aka RSL. These are Swiss rounds, so we're doing these rounds to determine who will be going into brackets and their bracket placement. I think it's, is it top 8, Alex, for brackets?
I believe so, and it's 5 rounds of Swiss.
Nice.
You can, you get 3, if you're in the 3-2 group, you fight for the last couple of slots. 4-1 and 5-0 are guaranteed in top 8, I believe.
Okay. And for context, Flouche and Alexis here have both won round 1 and 2, so they're both at 2 points. They're 2-0. And we're having a lot of fun watching them here on ZeldaSpeedRuns. But I want to thank Alex for being here with commentary. Alex is very knowledgeable about RSLs, among other randomizer things, so I appreciate your insight as always, Alex. Also want to thank our trackers today, Carliana and Virgil Dante. Much appreciated for you hanging around, keeping things accurate for us on these trackers, especially when there's so much information and things to click going on with these Triforce piece settings. And I want to thank both the restreamers today, VT Slacker for getting this thing started and Baseball for picking it up. We appreciate it, and also appreciate the troubleshooting that went on earlier to make sure that everyone's in sync. Alright, so it looks like Alexis is
backing into the loading zone to flex.
Yeah, why not? Be cool about it. Alright, Flouche. I'm gonna check Poacher Saw here, setting time of day to check those tokens, which Alexis did not have time of day earlier for these tokens. So this will be some new checks for Flouche. So this could be an advantage depending what these end up being.
Bean!
Here's your beans. Okay. I haven't seen what was in Crater. I don't know if Alexis peaked freestanding heart piece yet up there, so... Also, I don't know if Child could even get over to there yet.
And hopefully he remembers to hand in the saw. Uh-oh.
Oh, no! Did he find Saw? Did he... I don't know if he did that,
No, he found saw. I remember he commented on that.
Oh, I thought... Okay.
Oh, he just remembered.
He turned around. He's like, wait a second. I always love that when we're on commentary, we're like, oh, they forgot.
That happens to all of us.
10 seconds later, just slowly turn opponent around.
That happens to all of us.
Oh, absolutely. There's a lot going on. Flouche was just like, okay, I got the skulls, let's go. Wait. Gonna get Bug Bottle here. Big item to get here. Very cool.
But ZL actually lets us into Fountain, so...
That's a good point. Oh, Junk Hand, cool. So Alexis gonna grab a 50 here. And Flouche is looking like they're gonna check. Oh, token up in HBA course. Nope, gonna stop.
Checking the roof, checking the skull, then probably gonna be peeking the token on the target.
Mm-hmm. And there's Flouche realizing, carpenters are freed.
DMT cow with water temple. Truly something we want to see.
Oh,
there's the light arrows. Not nearly as useful in these settings.
No. Unless we have to do this trial.
Yeah, but we would need all 3 strengths. We don't even know about small keys yet.
True. You know, the water temple to gold hint again.
Yeah, the run is over as soon as they get all the pieces, because it puts you right at the credits. Where Ganon will be cursing at you about how you sealed them away.
Yep. So that does mean we don't have to worry about if tower collapses on or not, because we're not going to see it. But yeah, Flouche's climbing Fortress to get up to the top to do those checks, while Alexis is going around doing bomb checks, now having that bomb bag.
Yep.
Oh, there's Spirit Temple.
Oh my god.
just in the middle of Kakariko, no worries. They replaced the Shadow Temple with the Spirit Temple.
I'm inclined to believe that ALR is on. Because we haven't had any, terrible, extremely terrible spots where it's impossible for 1H to get to.
Oh. That's true. We still have a lot of places to look, but looking like it. There we go. Flouche getting that hit. That Scarecrow with the hook shot. Chat asking if a tower collapses and no one's around to see it, does it still make a noise? Yeah, but it's like in the Nintendo 64 sound font library, so it's a real crunchy sound. But no one's around to appreciate it, unfortunately.
Flouche is going to go into lake here, gonna probably grab the bomb bag.
Mm-hmm. And Alexis gonna turn that mushroom
Yeah, because we do know that expensive merchants are on.
So why is it this grandma's appearance in both games causes the player to fade to black between Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time?
Okay, actually, expensive merchants were off. We just managed to roll with the giant's knife in our inventory for whatever reason, which is hilarious.
That is a strange coincidence. But that's also RSL for you. And Flouche getting ready to turn those frog eyeballs after grabbing this bomb bag at the top of Lakeside Lab. And Alexis showing us those Zelda lullaby checks still. Oh, there's Tectite Grotto. And there's a key
Oh
down
my
there. It's
God.
probably a treasure chest game key at this point.
Yeah, it's 100% that.
Yeah.
Because either we got own dungeon keys for the other ones, or it's Keezy.
Mm-hmm. Just Keezy without there being a boss key in that. All right, looks like Alexis heading up to Lost Woods to go check Minuet, which will get them Sun Song, as we saw earlier from Flouche.
Well, of course, going in with the bomb bag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We could also have vanilla small keys, too.
That's true. We haven't seen much of the dungeons yet.
Also, Dompe raise, yeah, in near Goron City.
It's just the other side of the mountain. He wanted to be buried opposite side of Kakariko.
Key rings is a possibility too, yeah.
There seemed to be enough
have to be-
Triforce. It'd have to be a what?
It'd have to be, though, like, in dungeons, specifically.
Yeah.
And Dompe has a piece? 2 pieces.
Wow. That was his life savings he was buried with, and we're taking it from him. All that gold.
Skill issue.
Skill issue.
He should have floated faster if he wanted to keep it.
Yeah, or Thermofire.
Make a firewall.
Damn, I didn't know Dampe was a programmer. Dampe's really powerful. He can easily gather 2/3 of the Triforce. He just doesn't care to. The Flouche making through Ice Cavern, who did see earlier from Alexis, he will find Water Boss Key here and Zelda's Lullaby.
So we have bomb chew bags on because Alexi tried to buy bomb chews and he couldn't.
Oh, okay. Well, we haven't seen any yet, so it's not in shops, it seems like. They're out there in the wild somewhere. Alexi's going to check Fire Temple entrance. Is this the Octorok Grotto? That's what I called it earlier. We'll see. Nope, Redead Grotto. Alright, well, I'll take it. These Redeads are on fire. And they were holding 5 rupees. Alexi's going to warp out of here back to Goron City. And check Only 3 bombs. Gonna need some bombs here.
City Scrubs, this makes sense. Or the grotto entrance, but...
We do have Song of Time. We'll be able to see what's in this
We'll be
grotto.
getting Zelda's Lullaby soon.
So Flouche will be doing a lot of the checks that Alexis have been hitting up here soon.
And I don't think we got a good peek at the water key, at the water door to see if the keys were enabled.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I don't remember.
Dark Link Loop key.
Mm-hmm.
We're not sure on 20 yet. We know 30 is dead, 40 is a piece, and 50 is dead.
Alright, so Alexis opting to play a song for the kid instead of jumping over him. And then, yeah, we'll get Sun Song from Sacred Forest Meadow.
Oh, for 20? Dead? Yeah, I guess. But, I mean, it's one less token you're gonna have to find for 40. GTG has fire arrows.
Cool, if we're starved for a fire source and we get magic. You know, there's that. Be cool to know where GTG is, though.
That was hinted.
That dual hint coming in a little late, but good to know. And Flouche already finishing Ice Cavern.
Yep.
Trying to turn opponent around. I don't think Flouche has gotten over to adult fishing yet. This might be where he's going, which will get him a piece of the Triforce. And Alexis still trying to map out all of these grottos.
So we have OOT song, Nocturne check, and then the last one is Desert Colossus.
Which we saw from a hint earlier. Ocarina of Time is Requiem, so that means
Oh wait, no, we have
Colo-
another one. Don't we? Yeah, we do. No, we don't. Actually, don't.
No, because that just means Desert Colossus and Nocturne hold Storms and Nocturne. We just don't know which one holds which yet.
Probably Storms in the desert, if I had to make a guess.
That'd be thematically appropriate.
And the reason I'm saying that is because Storms opens up a lot of checks and a lot of entrances.
And we still know a major item's in Kokiri, and it seems to be in the Storm's Grotto at this point.
Whereas Nocturne isn't even guaranteed to be vanilla.
Yeah. Okay, Flouche getting around to these Hyrule Field checks, putting that bomb bag to work to check the what normally is Scrub Grotto.
Oh,
there's
Shadow Temple.
Okay. Flouche gonna go do the first 2 checks in here.
Yep. I mean, they are just there, so it's a good time to do it.
Yeah. It's not out of the way. You're here. Grab them. And this is logically not very deep considering how early we found Hookshot in the shop. And then which led us to bombs.
And I think we'll be going to Fountain.
Yeah, you think Alexis is going to go check Ice
Oh.
Cavern entrance?
It's looking like its own dungeon small keys. And key rings seem to be off.
Yeah, Flouche did just find a Shadow Temple key. So we're going to see our last check here in Shadow Temple for now on Flouche's side.
Yep.
Unless this is hover boots. Nope, there's another key. And then Alexis heading into Jabu Jabu. Gonna put some work in here as adult now. When they first found this area was this child and they didn't have Slingshot or Boomerang. Yeah, Flouche just trying to buy those shoes, realizing, oh, bump your bag on.
I think Flouche is going to be making his... No, I thought he was going to make his way to Fountain. No. Looks like he's going to be checking the maze here. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Alexis checked this earlier, didn't find anything on the bombable child side. But we didn't see the Skulltula in the crate up here, so our runners may come back for that later.
But using Sun Song to warp to the last used entrance, very convenient.
Walking out of the maze is slow. Just warp. Ah, we're gonna see Medigoron finally.
Yeah, and the hint. Yep, telling us that it was not on. We just happened to roll with Giant's knife in our inventory.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised he's not going for the use. I mean, 40 is definitely worth.
Yeah. Alexis just seems to be opting to maybe play a bit more aggressively and hope that results in making up for whatever time they can against Flouche. But, prescription.
Prescription. Not the most useful, because we did get the double hint.
Mm-hmm.
It was close! 3 out of 4 were vanilla tokens.
Yeah. And Flouche skipped that prescription Skulltula earlier, which would have told us otherwise.
Oh my god.
Oh, there's bombed well in river right next to Jabu Jabu's belly. Huh.
And we just got ZL. Two child dungeons, and they both require a chicken to access.
Oh, yeah, good point. That's annoying. At least they're right next to each other.
Uh-oh.
I know, just missing that boulder, but there's enough time in the
their
clock.
hitboxes are weird.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunate. One day we'll have a small fairy fountain shuffle with the small fairies in those fountains actually being stuff in them, on them.
Oh, that'd be
just like in the
pretty
combo
wild.
random.
All right. Then people will use those fountains for other than oh, this is not where I'm looking for and leaving moment.
It'll be funny for sure with a shield grave. I actually think that MM's bombs are way nicer to handle as well, because you can do long jumps and recoil flips. OT would be much more fun with both. Okay, yeah, Shoot the Sun was dead.
And then Flouche finding Water Temple, going like, I don't want to be here right now, and leaving. And
Well, I
Alexis
mean,
seeing what
no
Ice
long
Cavern
shot.
entrance is. Yeah, no long shot. No iron
No
boots.
bow even.
No bow. Storm reveals something.
A
GTG.
dead grotto. Castle Storms? Oh my
Yep.
god.
Castle Storms is GTG. That's where they were training
That
Ashika.
actually then makes it so that it's required only. Oh my god. That is so evil. What a heck of a way to find out that it's RO. Been a lot of RO seeds lately.
Yeah, you were talking a little bit about that before this restream. You're hoping to see maybe fewer RO seeds. RO standing for required only.
Yep, but that's behind a lot of other items too, so that's gonna be a while before checking those.
Oh, the Gans boss key chest?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's
Slingshot! Oh my
Cool.
god.
I was about to say, I'll be like, well, Child GTG, you could maybe do something in with Slingshot, but we haven't found it yet, and there it is.
Yep, that's probably actually what it is.
Yeah.
Yes, RO does in fact affect pieces. Because they can be put in spots that
We're just gonna find Spirit Temple and go, oh cool, and leave.
Yeah, I was checking for shortcut, which it's not on this time.
And I'm Flouche gonna turn in their tokens here for the 20.
Well, for
Which is a
RO,
token, which gives them
now
30.
it's more likely. That's the worst part, is now that we know it's required only, the chances of that have just shot up a little bit.
Yeah, because as you were explaining earlier, when Triforce pieces are turned on, there's your gold plus 25%. But with required only, those 25 now may not, those extra 25% may not be accessible. Yo, claim check, let's go.
Yo.
I think at this point, you could get 40 Skulltula tokens pretty easily between having Hookshot and them being randomized. So I think 40 Skulltula tokens, Triforce pieces still in play. It could be
Yeah, I mean,
required.
Flouche is already at 30, and most of them are in Logic.
But yeah, you theoretically could have a seed like that. I just don't think this is the one. More likely that 40 token will just be easier than some of the alternatives.
Oh, it's a
speaking
piece.
of which, Pot had a piece in it. That's the Dorito jar.
I too wish to consume Doritos, just like
Oh,
Zelda
gosh.
and Twilight Princess. She summons them a lot.
That's true. She is a fiend for it.
Oh
I
my
understand the
god.
crave.
So
Yeah.
so I'm thinking that GTG has at least one piece then that is child accessible. Storms
Yeah, it could
plus
be.
the slingshot could easily do that on its own. And we found Dodongo's Cavern with shortcut on.
Hey, it's gonna be a fast DC. Well, unless you want all the checks. That's gonna be
No,
pretty
you're
normal
getting
DC.
all the checks. You're
Yeah.
getting all the checks. It's check dense. Nocturne
There
is
you go.
vanilla. So,
Alright, so
yep,
Storms.
as I expected.
Yeah, you guessed right. Storms is at Requiem over in Colossus, which Colossus.
Hovers
Oh, those are hover
on Hot
boots.
Rodder.
Wow. No wonder he's so fast. He had butter shoes on. He reduced friction. Wow. So yeah, Storms is in Colossus, which earlier we had Storms is Way of the Hero, or Colossus is Way of the Hero. Probably that Storm song.
Oh my god.
Then we found hover boots, which Alexis hasn't found Shadow Temple yet, but once he does, he could go a bit
You
deeper
could do
than
a
Flouche
good
can.
chunk of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although whether you want to or not is a different story.
Yeah, you don't even know if you need to do it yet.
We will be seeing the maze token here.
All right, then
Yes.
using that sun song to get out quickly. As Flouche continues to check Dodongo's Cavern here, a lot of quick checks to get through.
The nice thing is we don't have to think about tokens.
That's true. We can reach all of them fairly easily here.
One of them you'll have to like throw the switch, but other than that, every other one is fine.
Yeah. There's
Furores.
wind. All right, so Soul Patch and Death Mountain Trail.
True.
No magic.
Triforce Hunt in a nutshell, and that's another piece.
Yeah, Mido gave us a 3 starter pack of pieces because he's like, you're gonna need this.
But yeah, there's a lot of tokens here, so...
Yeah, Flouche staying on top of these Skulltula tokens might pay off big. We'll see. As he continues to find some here in DC. While Alexis does... Yeah. Alexis doing some night Kakariko checks. Getting the Skulltulas they haven't gotten yet as a child. And they're going to turn in 20 here.
Oh!
There are silver gauntlets. So our strength 2 sitting in DC.
Yeah, it's inching ever closer.
Yeah, that's true. That puts us closer to finishing all the trials. And there's the
yep.
fire boss key. Yeah, so regional boss keys.
Yep. Flouche throwing the switch so that he can get the staircase skull. Everyone's favorite.
Mm-hmm. This takes a little bit of extra time. Oh, there's a broken knife.
Big Goron sword.
There you go. We were looking for it. And Alexis gonna finish up. Picking up a few items.
We're still have we seen Odd Mushroom and the eye drops? That's the only one.
Odd Mushroom was Richard's mom. Eye drops, I don't think we've seen. Unless I blacked out. Yeah, see, Alexis not really caring for those tokens. Going to do Child Side of Spirit. You are here, so might as well. Spirit Temple is a lot of checks, but with we know keys are in here. That
Except
reduces
for
a
the
few,
boss key.
except for the boss key. That reduces a few options. And also, you could get locked out of the Chod climb here very easily.
But there are 3 checks, so...
Flouche is going to check the key door, sees it's locked. It's like, all right, there are keys involved here, or Alexis, because Alexis hasn't actually done much of anything in adult key dungeons so far. So, grabbing that info as Flouche gets around to starting King Dodongo.
Yeah, it's probably vanilla bosses. No boss shuffle. I'll put it for here for now. But there is a chance that we have rolled a vanilla boss.
Yeah, definitely no Silver Rupee shuffle. We've now seen 2 rooms with Silver Rupees in them. Alexis getting trolled by the ice trap. Second ice trap of the seat so far. And chat's right, Flouche was swagging on King Dodongo with some bank shots and backflips. What else do you do while you're waiting for him to finish his meal? And last check of child side. If this is not a key, Alexis is going to have to dip. There's a key.
There's a vanilla key, strangely enough.
Yeah. So it looks like Alexis is going to continue climbing. So if it's required only, and it looks like we have minimal on, that bow on frogs might be our only bow.
Yep.
That could also be why Storm's in Colossus's path.
Yeah, of course. Storms locks a lot of things. I mean, it's logically required to beat the... Probably logically required to beat the seed, but... yeah.
Yeah.
Probably also combines with the slingshot wath as well.
Oh, yeah, good point. So we have double spirit going on, just different sides. Flouche putting that silver gauntlets to work that he just pulled from Dodongo's cavern, and Alexis going as far as he can on child side.
Yeah, own dungeon keys was confirmed in spirit, but we did see inklings of it in shadow when the first 2 checks we could only access, or Flouche could only access, were small keys.
Yeah, we just now know for sure that the dungeon keys are at least randomized between their locations. They're not necessarily appearing in their same chests. With that key on the Skulltula. But yeah, shout out to him. And Flouche pulling another piece from adult side, up to 17. Tied up with Alexis, it looks like.
It looks like it's possible that Spirit might be child locked here.
Yeah, it could be. Flouche has not found a key yet, and this is the last check, other than the Skulltula in the bowler room, unless he checked that and I didn't look.
He hasn't yet.
Hey, Flouche might get locked out here.
That is fine. That is not a big deal.
No.
Because you still have the
middle.
token.
Yeah, Spirit Chapel being in the middle of Kakariko makes getting locked out of adult side not a not bad. Easy to get back. Nope, there's a key.
There is a key.
All right, Flouche can continue. Alexis going into Sunblock room.
Oh, hold on. I just thought of something.
What?
So there is a chance that Spirit Tep, this is probably the only way to get across the desert for the time being.
Oh, go out to the hands and jump down.
Yep. We have 3 keys known. So we're just missing one more small key to put it into logic.
Yeah, looks like chat's coming to the same conclusion. Does Alexis have bugs? Yeah, I think Alexis picked bugs back up. Because they were checking soil patches in Kakariko before coming here. So that would let them get the soil patch in Colossus.
There is a rock of full of bugs in Colossus that you can get.
Yeah,
it's like closer to the entrance, but you can still grab it.
Yeah, it came up in one of the recent
that's a third one.
I think you might have brought it up in one of the other restreams. Wherever you can use bugs, there's usually some other bugs nearby.
But yeah, apparently it is in logic because there's a key on the token. Almost.
Alright, so we're going to see right now, Alexis is going to grab this box and likely jump down here.
Yep.
5 rupees. Trying to peek the arch. Looks like a
token.
A rupee? Or was it a token? Okay. So we know that we're gonna get storms out of here from our hints earlier. Cool grotto.
There's the storms.
Mm-hmm.
And Flouche will be able to check the grotto, whereas Alexi can't quite yet.
Oh, right, with the silver gauntlets. But Alexis did bring bugs.
Yes,
and his child. So we'll see that. We're gonna get another hint here on Alexis' side. Game key in Zora's domain. Cool. Oh, there's another strike.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Uh-oh. 6 trials, Ganon's castle getting closer.
Yep. Oh my god! You know those fire arrows? They could be accessible.
Good point.
The only thing we need is long shot. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Another possibility is we get long shot, and that puts long shot would actually put all trials into logic.
Mm-hmm. That'd be quite silly. Could happen. Oh yeah, you're right. There was token on Arch. Flouche checking the same chest to get 5 rupees and jumps down too. Gonna grab the hint. Gonna grab Storms. Gonna go check that Fairy Fountain, and Alexis warping back to Kokiri to start putting that Song of Storms to work.
Oh, Flouche is also getting these tokens.
Ooh, yeah, good call. There as adult, you got hook shot. All right, we're about to find out what's in this Storm's Grotto, finally. Oh, okay. Wolfos Grotto. All right. This should be the major item, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Unless we forgot about something earlier.
No, okay, we did forget something.
Oh, well.
Ganon's being in a grotto would be incredible. Because then that would be like full dungeon ER.
He can move his castle, but he can't hide. Oh, slingshot check, let's go.
Oh
there's
my
the Force Boss key. And we're going to see what's on that Silver Boulder Grotto on Flouche's side here, like you mentioned earlier.
Nope.
Nope. just a couple of scrubs. Yeah, both runners in storm mode here. So Alexi's going to go check Zor's domain Storm Grotto.
Now, where are we going next?
Playing Minuet, so back to
Goron City.
Yeah. Death Mountain Trail Grotto. Oh, never mind. You don't think Flouche ever comes back to Colossus as child?
There's a chance. Oh,
I don't think he comes back for a while. What?
Magic and Bow just opened up on frogs.
Yeah, that's where Alexis is going here, downriver. Yeah, but to chat's point, I agree that Flouche knows as well they can go get Magic and Bow. I don't foresee them going back to Child Colossus anytime soon. I don't know if the last location it, but that's definitely a candidate for doing that. Yeah, this minimal item pool is definitely flexing on us with this required only setup. Lexi's checking the Storms Grotto first. Which is Forest Temple. So we have 3 dungeons in River.
We do have 3 dungeons in River. And they're all the grottos too.
Alright, Alexis is going to take a little peek here at this Skulltula token and likely go check the chest. Yeah, Stormblocked Forest Temple is cool. Flouche fighting Fire Temple, though, by the way. These runners, if we need to spend any amount of time in Fire Temple today, these runners are going to want to look for a tunic. Or load up those bottles. 3-heart Fire Temple is doable but difficult.
And that Storms is locked behind 4 keys and spirits.
Yeah, that's pretty rude.
The fact that Forest Temple is also logically 4 key locked in Spirit Temple and Strength 2 locked is even more hilarious.
Mm-hmm. That's the great thing about Restream, everybody in chat. Excellent time to steal up strategies from other runners. Incorporate them into your own game. Great learning opportunity.
Oh god, we're making Schultzer stronger.
He's
already dangerous enough.
Never too dangerous. So Flouche realizing, all right, going any further in Fire Temple without Goron Tunic right now is one, probably not necessary and probably not worth the headache. So warping back out to Kokiri. Gonna go check that Storms Grotto. And Alexis about to get Bow here on Frogs. Flouche is still staying on top of those tokens, so I don't think Flouche is going to be upset about getting another token here, because he's only 2 tokens away from 40, which will get him that piece.
And there's the bow. The only bow of the seed, by the way.
Yeah.
Because with minimal pool, you don't get duplicates.
Nope. Alexis going into not Jabu, the other one, bottom of the well.
Yep.
Yeah. I forget, in RSL this season, Frogs 2 is an always hint, right?
Yeah, Frogs 2 is always an always hint.
Good.
The only thing
As it
that
should.
changes is if it gets Frogs 1 attached to it.
Oh, right. All right, so bottom of the well here on the right side is new for us. These are all new checks on Alexi's side. Flouche for the doing Danpei's race, which you know, Flouche will be stealing Danpei's
Inheritance.
Yeah, it's inheritance that he refused to delegate to anybody. Both pieces of his gold. Never recovering from this one.
Which will put them about 50% of the way going into the 2-hour mark, which they have agreed to taking breaks.
Mm-hmm. So in roughly 11 minutes, we'll be taking a 5-minute break. Well, the runners will be at least. As they agreed to 5 minutes every 2 hours.
But I think that's probably going to be faster now, considering we have a lot more, a lot more items going in now.
Yeah, our item pool actually makes a lot of things accessible to the runners for them to do. It's just finding where the dungeons are at this point. The only things we're really missing is, I mean, if you really want to kill Baronade, there's Boomerang missing, but that it's looking like it's probably not required. Megaton Hammer is probably the sorer spot. Has a lot more checks behind it. And then Long Shot. But looking pretty good, actually, for the item setup.
Oh, Alexis going for this. Nice, very clean. Going for scumming here. But yeah, 20 out of 38 versus 18, but both of them have tokens that the other hasn't done yet.
Mm-hmm. Like, Alexis hasn't done Dodongo's Cavern at all, having not found it, and Flouche got a lot of pieces out of there.
Yep.
So Alexis did scum that key, as you pointed out, not seeing anything of interest on that Skulltula. And is going to use that key to get into one of the other key-locked rooms, but it's going to go take on Dead Hand first.
Yep. And we also saw that Flouche just hit 40 on tokens, so
that will give Flouche another piece when they turn in 40, and they have a fish in a bottle, the more important piece of information. We love fish in a bottle. Yep, still doing Song of Storms checks. We have no easy access to Minuet, so while you're here, just do it.
He's thinking of going child soonish, from what it looks like.
There's one Skulltula token in here, and as well as a hint. A hint. Back of something. Was that back of Shadow with something?
Was a small fairy fountain.
Oh, okay.
So not too particularly useful. So
nope. That's good information to know, though. Now you're just like, all right, I don't care if I can't warp up to Shadow Entrance or not.
And that's the Winter Heart piece, because it is a unique item that will always crop up, even in minimal. Because it has special text.
That's great. You're always a winner in these settings. Kinda. And Alexis pulling another piece from bottom of the well, almost at 20.
Yep.
Oh, got another key. Won't need to scum it.
And his slingshot.
Yeah, chat's bringing up. We still don't know if 38 are the only ones reachable in this required only seed. Don't have enough information yet. If the runners are really stretching for those last few pieces, then it's possible. But we still got quite a lot of seed ahead of us in terms of what the runners can be doing.
But RO really loves to show its head this season. It's been cropping up a lot.
Right. Gonna look up.
R.I.P. Shield. But there are two pieces in the well.
Oh, is Lexi's trying to get shot up by the like?
He was trying.
The likes don't like to cooperate.
They only think of consume, nothing else.
Yeah. I can relate when I'm really hungry. So Flouche did find the bottom of the well entrance, is making note of that. And is also checking the Storm's Grotto here in Domain, which Alexis checked earlier, I believe. This is just a cow.
Yeah.
That cow must be cold.
She's got a very luxurious home.
I don't know if a hole in the ground where fish people live is luxurious, but she has a home.
Obviously, it has heating and air conditioning, because it seems to be the same condition year-round.
True. So Alexis is back in Jabu Jabu.
Oh, you didn't check this token. Or as Flouche did.
Okay. That's true. I was just like, well, they're not doing Baronade. They're going to set Wind here, it looks like, in case they need to rush back and defeat Baronade.
Ooh, heads up play from Flouche with the 100th token.
Oh, right,
one
picking up
in
the Silver Rock.
Zorzum. Yep.
Yeah. Lexi's finally going back adult here. And
I'm surprised Alexis has not gone into GTG. I mean, I know Castle Storms kind of sucks, but like, childhood GTG still has quite a few things you can do in there.
That's true. You're all correct. There's still some things to peek. I think part of the reasoning might be Alexis knows at this point that keys are shuffled within their own areas, so maybe they're just thinking it's not as dense play as they would like it to be.
That is partially true. It is not as dense as we'd like it.
Still a lot to do, obviously, but
ooh,
maybe they're hoping they can just save the walk entirely. We'll see what Flouche does, if Flouche gets out to it or not later once they go back to Child.
You might even check it blind.
Oh, good point. Oh, trying to peek the bottom of the fountain here. I think it's a nut.
Yeah, it looked like a nut. But yeah, we can now lift these boulders.
Oh, love throwing rocks. So we're going to see what's behind the Megaton rock over here. The only chest in this area we haven't seen yet. And it's a piece. Wow. Worth.
Now he has that information about GTG.
Oh, that's true. Just found that right meow. And we're going to see Death Mountain Trail, Storm's Grotto. I thought Flouche was going to check this earlier, but instead went into Crater. and then came back out, and this is where Fire Temple was. All right. Didn't quite see where that entrance was earlier, but it's within the same mountain, just a different hole.
Well, Flouche is walking out.
Flouche definitely has a lot of things to do as child anyways. Hasn't gone to frogs yet to get magic and bow.
Yep.
So we'll see what they prioritize.
Well, it looks like he's just walking right now. Probably to Castle Ferry and maybe dip GTG.
I'd be a big fan of the GTG dip if you're already going out here. Oh.
Oh.
Nope.
Bowling.
Ah, yeah, that's right. It's been a bit. Oh, there's a piece. Very cool. And Alexis is working through the first room of Fire Temple.
Yep, as Flouche gets another piece. They're pretty much neck and neck in terms of amount of pieces.
Mm-hmm. Fortunately, Alexis missed that jump, so they're gonna have to go back in to reset their fire timer. Again, Fire Temple, very annoying when you don't have the hearts to work it. And then Alexis is saying, all right, whatever, Song of Time.
But yeah, this is a castle play here. Makes sense.
Yeah, I like it. You don't often see child-only Gerudo Trading Ground access.
I know it's happened a few times in mixed pools where it was even logically required to get your hammer.
Right.
Kokiri's sword, Wath, is cursed. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, I've seen a few seeds where Kokiri's sword ended up being the path item, and it was either led to a long chain of events or it was a really inconvenient spot.
Or it was for beating child-only Bongo Bongo or Phantom Ganon.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Fun
yeah,
times!
you're definitely right. Flouche is going to go for it? Oh, they're taking their break. So the runners agreed to a 5-minute break every 2 hours, so Alexis should be pausing soon here on the restream. And there we go.
There we go.
I will be AFK shortly. BRB. All right, I am back. When we get those breaks, I cherish them. But for anyone who's tuning in right now, welcome to Zelda Speedruns. This is the Random Setting League Season 7, aka RSL. And the settings for each seed is completely randomized for the runners within certain rule settings and weights. There are some things you won't see this season, such as the Master Quest versions of the dungeons. Those are not turned on this season, to the lament of some runners. We do have some MQ fans. But we've been watching Flouche and Alexis race today. Been an excellent race so far, having a lot of fun. So we want to make sure to give them a shout out for allowing us here to view it and enjoy a good time. Also want to thank Alexander for commentating with me today. I always appreciate their insight on all things RSL and Ocarina of Time or Zelda or Rando otherwise. Also want to thank our trackers today, Carliana and Virgil Dante. Much appreciated. A lot of information to be following and keeping track of, with everything updating very frequently with all these piece counts. And of course, our restreamers, VT Slacker, who got us started in baseball, who's continuing forward for us. Thank you very much. It's also a good time to remind people that if you're ever interested in volunteering for any of these restreams, we'll put some information in the chat for you. That could be anything from commentating to tracking to even hosting the restream. But we are in a 5-minute break period. We still have about a minute left until the runners get going again. Flouche will be heading into Hyrule Castle 3 Grotto, so the Storm's Grotto. And that will actually be our access to Gerudo's training ground, so we'll be seeing Child GTG. And Alexis may be dipping out of Fire Temple here after coming back. The item pool is minimal, so our runners are not really getting any more pieces of heart this seed. So, you know, Fire Temple without a Goron's tunic and you got 3 hearts. That's a tough timer to manage.
Yeah, as agreed. Sorry, I had to go and get a bottle of water.
No, don't be sorry. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, yeah, don't be sorry. You gotta stay hydrated. It's been hot. I don't know about you, but it's getting close to 90 where I live.
Yeah, it's been like in the 30s, close to the 30s here, which is in Celsius, I should mention.
I figured. I know Canada's cold, but not always. All right, well, Flouche is back after their 5-minute break. Alexis started a little bit later on the break, so they'll be continuing here shortly.
Yeah.
Yeah, this middle items and required only being a treacherous combo. And as I suspected, Alexis is resetting after getting back to their break, take it to the front of Fire Temple to exit. And here's Flouche playing Song of Storms to go straight into GTG.
I mean, it has still quite a few checks. Like, you can do every check that Child has access to in GTG.
Yeah, which is a good amount. Even if the Song of Storm or Song of Time block wasn't there on the right side, we could have called it there. And that's a couple chests up there as well as the freestanding piece. We have explosives, so the Beamos room isn't an issue.
And we have Kokiri's sword to logically do those fights too, because you need Kokiri's sword logically to beat Stealth, this room and the room on the right.
Good point.
Because you can run out of sticks during combat. And the logic accounts for that.
In minimal item pool, is there even a Deku stick capacity upgrade, or no?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
The fact that we're getting a lot of keys means there's probably stuff of interest in the maze.
Mm-hmm. Which is where Flouche is now immediately heading. I think Flouche might be wanting to scum these keys. Oh, there's the bomb shoe bag. Okay.
It doesn't really help out at this point, but it is nice.
Oh, absolutely. And Alexis going to do adult archery here on the right. And
oh my god.
That's 4, right?
Yeah, that's 4.
A lot of ice traps. Whoa, Spirit Temple Compass. Important information from Shooting Gallery. And Alexis going to do adult side Spirit Temple now, which they did child side earlier. So they're going to go back and clean up the adult side, which they'll
get a few extra pieces.
Yeah, they'll get some more pieces out of this side. They set Child Win before Baronade. Do you think they're going to go through and do Twin Rover while they're here?
Oh, there's the eye drops.
Oh yeah, that's our last trade item.
Okay, so if I recall correctly, there was a item hinted in GTG. Well, it's logically inaccessible because we only got 4 small keys. Yeah, so fire arrows are logically inaccessible.
So you can get hints that point to logically inaccessible items?
Yep.
Huh. Darunia gives us 5 rupees for playing him a cool tune. And Flouche is going to find a piece of Triforce in the pot here shortly, as we saw Alexis do earlier. Alexis peeking that key.
But the eye drops are in logic, so...
And that could be important. I don't think our runners have been turning anything into Big Goron yet, so next time they're around there...
Flouche did. He turned in the claim check and broken Big Goron sword, but he wasn't able to do eye drops because he just got them.
Right. Not a terrible spot to get back to since one of our songs, Minuet, goes straight to Goron City, but there's Flouche's hover boots.
No complaints on getting those. Those are always nice to see.
Cool items.
That means we'll need to find Dins and Longshot if we want to get all done, like all trials done.
Right. We did see a hint earlier for anyone coming in that all 6 of Ganon's Tower's trials are on. Again, the seed though will finish once these runners find 38 pieces of the Triforce, but there's one check behind all those trials, and it might be important.
Yeah. Goodbye, fishy. Hello, buggies.
My emotional support fish. Oh well.
It's fine. He can swim. He just has to swim stronger if he wants to do it in the ground.
I know, I was gonna say, I think Goron City is probably one of the most devoid places of water in this game. But Alexis up to 24 pieces. But
Flouche actually might get that strength 3.
Yeah, if they go back to CAC and do Child Side Spirit to get DC access, or Colossus access. Oh, Alexis equipping Wind for some extra movement here.
Sniped. Unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I would have picked that up.
Yeah, me too. Like, whoa, you're living bomb refill?
Oh well, it's not a big deal.
Nah.
This was a piece, if I recall, so...
This was a
No, that was a key. Right, it was a key. Close enough.
It was important.
It was. Just not quite the same thing.
Flouche checking soil patches here in Lost Woods that they have not checked yet. And Alexis going to continue to work up adult side. Yes, it was Forest Temple boss key and Lost Woods target.
Flouche will probably be getting the going to Spirit as well as getting that 40 that piece on 40.
Oh, absolutely. Both these runners have been doing a great job of staying within reach of each other, Triforce piece-wise, despite taking divergent paths. Both having a very good season so far with 2 wins for the 2 matches they've played in these Swiss rounds. Flouche has won against Chimp and Rafa in round 1 and round 2, respectively, while Alexis has won against Manu and Aeronaut. So difficult matchups there, but these runners have been pulling out the stops. Whoever wins
that's
this,
our last Spirit key. So it is now it is logically available for Child to go into Desert Colossus. Not that it matters too much.
Yeah, the way these keys were randomized in Spirit really make you stretch for some of them.
6 chickens.
That's a lot of chicken.
It is.
And Alexis jumping down. Wanting to do Sculptula tokens in DC, because when else do you come back to do this, right?
Yeah.
Very smart planning, because to your point earlier, and chat's point, as it was made as well, it seems like our only logical access to Colossus is this, going through Spirit Temple.
Chances are Lens is locked behind that. We do know of a forest, like of a game key in forest, so forest might be a little bit tantalizing to go into. Yeah, the strength 3 for Alexi is in Dodonga's Cavern.
Mm-hmm.
And strength 3 for Flouche is in Desert Colossus soil patch, which is what it looks like he's going to be doing soon. Nice.
Yeah, Flouche has spent much of the seed as adults so far, so I'm not super surprised to be seeing him do Child Kakariko over 2 hours in.
Oh, and opening up the well entrance here. Not a bad plan.
Oh yeah, we got that storm. Then that could definitely still be something. We are starting to run out of dungeon/grotto entrances to check, though. So I think we're going to be seeing our remaining dungeons start popping up here soon. Which
yeah,
we
we're
haven't
missing Deku.
Deku? Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh yeah, that is our last one.
The others.
So it could be here, could be I don't think we've seen Gerudo or Thieves Hideout, Storm's Grotto at Gerudo Fortress. Don't remember if we saw that one.
No, we haven't, not yet.
Yeah, so we're running out of Storms checks on the overworld. Oh, Alexis going for the Fairy Fountain Grotto here, North Harrow Field. which is our
There's
Aqua
that
Rock
Squid
Grotto.
Grotto.
Finally. Squid Boy sighted. Don't need his money, though. We've been loaded this whole scene.
Peeking this token. Money, we don't need it.
Good peek, though. Alexis calling Epona might be going to Gerudo Valley to get those night tokens that they were unable to get earlier due to time of day into Gerudo's fortress.
Wait. I think you just... Oh, no. He's not getting bugs. Maybe he'll get... He's not getting... Okay, he's not getting bugs.
No. Oh, this is to check the rest of the grottos. Okay.
Yep. So at the very end of Treasure Chest game is a golden token. Not very useful.
No. Considering we've already found multiple tokens from before then, but at least you know what's at the end now. And Flouche heading into Child Spirit like you expected. Just clearing out Kakariko while they're there, and then gonna go do Child Side.
So he might get the... You'll probably get the the bugs in desert, because there are there's a rocks. There's a rock near what seem to be like gravestones.
Yeah, over by the
Like,
dried out oasis.
Yeah. But Alexi will be able to do most of Spirit.
Yeah. I'm wondering how far they decide to go in Shadow before they dip, if they dip out.
Shadow.
So they'll get a second key out of here.
Alrighty.
So they continue in. If Alexis continues in Shadow, which I think he will, we'll be seeing some new checks over here on the right side as Flouche works through Child Spirit on the left.
Yep.
Finding those additional key.
This is very much probably going deeper in.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense. It's still fairly check dense.
Yeah.
Oh, shortcut was on the whole time, by the way.
Yeah, we saw that in Jabba Jabba with the lower platform in the central room.
Yeah, but it's not like all dungeons will be having shortcuts on, because Spirit shortcut wasn't on. Nor was Fire shortcut. But Shadow shortcut, Jabu's shortcut, Dodongo's shortcut are all on.
Well, Shadow shortcut's nice if Alexis does decide to leave without finishing the entire dungeon. Because then you can just always say, well, okay, well, I guess I'll go check the back of Shadow now. It's a good point earlier. When Flouche was in here as adult, he didn't have access to a fire source, which Adult Link still doesn't have access to a fire source yet. So he'll be able to get this Triforce piece out of this center chest.
Oh, there's a piece in Shadow.
And And Alexis opting not to go path of the shortcut, so we'll go deeper.
Flouche only just spotting that piece now, so he will probably come back to that soon. He'll probably jot that down.
Absolutely. It's unfortunate that Flouche has not found their wind off of DMT soil patch. That is going to give Alexis a little bit of an edge in maneuvering between these dungeons or just within them. And we did get a hint for Big Pot earlier in Shadow Temple not being important, so Alexis will skip that check, as I believe they saw that hint.
Oh, he's not even going for Desert Colossus here.
Yeah, when Flouche didn't grab bugs, I almost kind of thought that he wasn't going to go out to Colossus, which I'm like, yeah, I get it. There's not much to do out there. That Strength 3 might not be important. We still don't know. If it becomes important, then it might pose a problem for Flouche.
We don't even. True, we don't have access to Ganon's castle.
Yeah. Still actually haven't found it, right?
It might not even be shuffled.
Yeah, it might just be behind the 4 medallion bridge.
Two levels of it where it's shuffled, like where all of them are shuffled, and then all but Ganon's are shuffled. This could be all but Ganon's.
Yeah. Well, our runners can complete a few of these dungeons if they decide to, which it looks like Alexis clearing out Shadow here entirely will probably go on to Bongo. But again, if they don't, they have that shortcut, so not a huge loss. We're finding Forest Temple. I'm going to check the Skulltula in first chest in here.
We're at 4 out of 5 small keys already, one of them being strength locked.
Mm-hmm. And there's a gold
There's
scale.
the other scale. Oh!
Womp.
No!
No!
Okay, that's pretty funny, though, because he, like, it basically just clipped his foot. Oh, there's number 3.
This seed is a wealthy seed. It does not want you to be without rupees at any point in time. But yeah, as Chas pointing out, scale, that gold scale puts like Lapside Dive into logic. Where was Dodongo's Cavern? I don't remember. Hyrule Fuel attack.
The tree.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the Hyrule Field bomb grotto near Kakariko entrance.
Also, if we get a long shot, that's a Water Temple entry. Oh yeah, I agree, because there's 3 pieces in Dodongo's Cavern as well.
Yeah, Alexis is only 11 Triforce pieces off from finishing this seed, while Flouche is sitting at 13 pieces away from finishing the seed. So still close, but yeah, those 3 would give Alexis quite the boost here over Flouche. Granted, you know, Flouche is ahead on Skulltula tokens and got that 40. Alexis would still need 7 tokens to get that 40 if that 40 piece becomes important.
Oh, it definitely is for, like, planning late in. Because then if you just finish off with the 40 token, you can just immediately bail from where you are and go to Kakariko.
So here's Alexis bailing out of Shadow, not going past the Redead Spike trap room. So not checking the room with all the stupid fans pushing you. Which, I guess, since Shortcut's open, you could just access it from the other side, as I believe Alexis still has some extra keys.
Yeah. And there's bow for Flouche. Flouche will be going into bottom of the well, and there were a couple of pieces there.
Yeah, Shadow did have a lot of checks left in it, but I think this dipping out because Shortcut is on makes it very tempting for Alexis to play more aggressively in this context. We'll see if it pays off, though. Yeah, 8x is not an insignificant amount.
There's
Beans.
the bean for Alexis. Beans.
We're in bean mode between the two runners. They both have magic beans.
And there's the Storm's Grotto here, and generic.
Oh, Hoverboots.
Gee. Yep.
To be fair, Flouche checked this grotto before he found Hoverboots, so...
Yeah. Ooh. I think Alexi will do Gerudo Fortress and then maybe check that Strength 2 grotto in Valley. Because there is a chance that Deku's there or on Hyrule Field Cow Grotto. The one with like the Hammer Rock as adults.
Oh, good point. Yeah, I don't think either runner's made it out that way as child. At least not made it out there when they had explosives. But yeah, Alexis is going to do all the night stuff here in Gerudo Fortress, check the GTG entrance, which we know was a grotto. And then Flouche is just going to be working through bottom of the well, which did have some pieces to your point, so this will help Flouche close the gap a little bit on Alexis.
Yeah, Strength 3 is not going to be like a big factor if Ganon's castle is vanilla for its entrance, which is seemingly looking like the case.
Yeah, we're running out of grottos and dungeon entrances to check at this point, so odds are high that Ganon's is just Ganon's. So the winner of this match will have 3 points. That'll be 3-0, which will match you, Alex. Which one of these runners would you be more nervous about racing against? Even though it's just Swiss rounds, so the stakes aren't super high. Yeah.
Honestly, it's tricky, because I know both of them could be pretty tricky opponents.
Yeah. Both have also been having very good first 2 rounds as well against strong opponents, so it's hard. Alexis getting 1800 easy on HPA, which we haven't seen HPA yet, so any surprises here? Oh, there's Nehru's Love. Okay, cool. 3 hearts. We might see a runner whip out Nehru's Love. You don't know.
Who knows? Maybe we might get might be me versus Flouche for like a match like last year in groups for RSL.
Oh. Yeah, well, in the post-match interview the other day with you and Ryu, you two seem to have a lot of race history as well.
Yeah, I mean, in the last couple of months, we've had 4 different matches for 3 different games.
Yeah, as chat's pointing out, we're at 2.5 hours in and only 1 dungeon reward, which was on Flouche finishing Dodongo's Cavern, but Triforce pieces de-incentivizes completing dungeons sometimes, as we've seen Alexis dip from Spirit and Shadow now, choosing not to finish either of them, because you might not need to finish them, and both of those, well, Bongo Bongo's not bad, but Twin River takes a hot minute. So if they start running low on checks, I'll definitely see Alexis going back probably to Shadow first on a repeat visit. I think there's a few more checks in there than what Spirit has left, and obviously Bongo Bongo is much faster than Twin Rova. But also to Chat's point earlier, it is surprising to see Alexis not go back to Forest. Even with keys in there, Forest has a lot of checks, especially early on. But here is this ledge grotto that we haven't seen yet. This could be Deku.
Oh no! You got ferociously attacked by a like.
That like's vicious, this seed. Oh, it's a generic grotto. It's gotten Flouche and Alexis.
GTG was hinted, like the entrance for it. Oh, it's golden.
Nice. I think we should be able to figure out where Deku is now based on all that we've seen, but Water Temple entrance?
There's Water Temple entrance, there's the Hyrule Field Cow entrance.
Right.
We can, out of logic, break into Water Temple entrance with just hookshot with a setup. It'll be funnier. What if Deku had hammer?
I mean, that'd be sick. That'll put so many things more for our runners to check and do. Hammer and Boomerang are just kind of floating out there in the ether. And since it's required only, we may never see either, especially Boomerang. Boomerang not really cooking too much today. So Alexis did do Lakeside Lab, did not get rewarded for it, but I like taking the initiative to do it while you're down there. That was a good play. Alexis going back out into Lost Woods, though, heading towards Sacred Forest Meadow.
Flouche is going to be getting that piece in Spirit Temple.
This is good. You did point out Flouche noted that one down and is definitely going back for it. Flouche has gained the lead on pieces over Alexis on 1 and will be 29 here soon. 7 away from finishing the seed.
And I'd probably go into Forest Temple if I were Flouche. Because you can basically full clear. And it's also been hinted that there's a game key there. So if you route that in with Tektite, that's 4 extra checks you can get.
Yeah, I agree. Forest Temple is looking pretty rich. And it should not take too long for these runners to get through. Nine away. Virgil, you know I can't count. That wasn't a requirement on the commentary forum. They didn't ask if I could count.
Well, I mean, counting to 3 is a bit of a struggle for PC gaming's biggest juggernaut.
I think counting my keys is my biggest struggle.
I said counting to 3.
I know. They'll get a third one eventually. Probably, maybe. Right.
Oh, we're taking this token.
Yeah, I don't think either.
Yeah, this one kind of sucks.
Yeah.
You can never quite remember where exactly that damn spider is.
Yeah, and Alexis hasn't gone to GTG, so they haven't found their bomb chew bag, so they don't have an easy poke with this either. And Flouche working on Iron Knuckle here. Run out of arrows. Alexis just leaving it. Yeah, that Skulltula is annoying without bomb chews for sure. Alexis will keep that in mind, come back and get it as needed, but yeah, not really worth going out farming arrows and then going back. There's plenty of other things to be doing still.
like going into Force Temple.
Yeah, this is what it looks like Alexis is doing finally. He's going downriver to
Yeah,
Forest.
they were aiming a bit too far to the right. It's somewhat precise.
Mhm.
I was struggling with that earlier when I was doing a practice seed with like 2 or 3 hours of sleep.
Oh, well, maybe you should sleep more.
I would, but it was so bloody hot.
Oh, fair.
Like,
He makes it hard to sleep.
even
My
with 2
problem-
AC units, it's not strong enough.
Damn. My problem is it's hot, so then I have to open the windows at night, and then I hear everything going on outside, and that always wakes me up. But yeah, Alexis finally returning to Forest Temple. Good play. As Alex pointed out, Alexis will find a game key in there somewhere, which is 2 more checks. Oh, Flouche
Force,
there.
also, Force shortcuts on.
Oh, we could just go down to the basement and party, huh?
Oh my god.
So we don't even have to do the pose. We'd only do the ones that give chests, huh?
Basically.
That's nice. That saves a lot of time. The only thing that would make this Forest Temple better is Keezy.
We are, yeah. Because we have Force Temple,
Yeah,
long
you can
shot
get Light
would
Medallion.
probably... Yeah, because long shot would probably give us water for sure. Boomerang also there too. Stalfos isn't too bad if you have a shield. Oh, he almost got the jump. Made it look real slick,
Yeah.
but unfortunately, not quite.
So Flouche coming out of Spirit with 30 pieces now. 8 left to go.
And he hasn't been very deep into Shadow, so that would be another 3 for him.
Mm-hmm. Which that might be where he goes soon. He is adult, and he's not too far from it.
Oh yeah, this is where exactly he's going.
Yeah.
And Alexi will probably find more stuff of interest. There's that hinted treasure chest game key, by the way.
That wasn't very deep. Actually, looks like Flouche might be going to Forest here first, which is on the way, so checks out.
Yeah.
Alexis might have spent a little bit too much time cleaning up Overworld. I agree, chat. Flouche focusing these dungeons is definitely helping him catch up and then maintain a lead now. Because even if Forest is loaded, Flouche is now in it, so it's not going to really be much of a boon for Alexis.
Yeah, exactly. And Flouche can go back to Shadow, and he hasn't gotten any of the pieces that Alexi's gotten there, so that would be... He's getting pretty close to finishing.
Yeah, I'm actually a little surprised that Alexis hasn't gone out and checked the Bombable Grotto outside CAC, considering how accessible Kakariko is this seed. And how thorough Alexis has been in the overworld, even going back to checking other Hyrule Field grottos, but not that one.
Oh my god. That's another one. Oh my god. We could get the one in Tektite Grotto and just probably get a lot of stuff there.
Oh, right, yeah. We do have gold scale on Alexis' side.
Yeah, doing 3 key fours, but not needing to actually get to the Poe.
Yeah, this is it's a double forest, everyone, but this is especially a fast one because again, we don't have to do 2 of the pose.
I mean, doing the courtyard here makes sense, especially when you know that a treasure chest game key is in here.
Yeah, now that Alexis found it, though, he might opt to go back and do basement instead of continuing through. We'll see what he decides to do as he gets back to the lobby here.
But yeah, now knowing what we know now, probably not wanting to go deeper makes more sense here.
Yeah, here he goes, straight down to basement.
It's slower, and like the density is not that great.
Yeah. A lot of those chests will be keys. Alexis has also been playing these dungeons pretty aggressive. So leaving early seems to be on the table anyways for him.
But yeah, Ganon's is definitely very, very likely to having pieces. It is so check dense. Oh, so close. Flouche really showing off for the fans.
Gotta have a little swag in your RSL. Mix it up. Yeah, it doesn't appear to be boss shuffle today based on what we've seen so far. But I think dungeon entrance of randomizers mixed pulls with grottos was a nice compromise and get a little bit of random entrances going on.
It had a seed earlier that had boss rando. The reason, and it was also the way I found out that it was RO, because Volvagia being on in Jabu cemented it.
Chat asking why Phantom Ganon's like this. He's just made that way. Ganondorf just made him like that. So gotta ask Ganondorf. Not grabbing the token. You know, Alexis is only 3 away from getting that 40. I would have grabbed that token.
Looks like he's gonna be going child here for treasure chest game.
Yeah, 2 keys. Might as well. That's 4 checks.
Yep.
Is Phantom Ganon harder than the regular Ganondorf? Definitely more time consuming. That's for sure. And I guess his reflect feels a bit more inconsistent. He's playing tennis. He's gonna go plant some beans? We planting beans? Okay.
Oh, Flouche going for the 0 cycle here.
Oh, and got
Very
it.
clean.
Good execution by Flouche.
Ooh. This looks like it is a Dodongo's Cavern, and he's gonna find Dodongo's Cavern here.
Do you think he's gonna leave immediately and come back to Optimus as adult?
Probably.
Yeah.
Child DC sucks.
Yeah, makes you do a lot more, huh? Yep, saw his DC and was like, nope.
Like I said, child DC sucks.
Yeah.
If you could go in as adult, then you should just go in as adults.
Flouche playing Serenade. Going back to... Nope, just kidding. They might have thought Serenade was not shuffled or went somewhere else. They're actually
Might
going
have
back
forgotten.
to CAC? To
Because you also can't Z-target Ganon, so that's why they did
Oh.
that.
That's true. Not being able to miss your flex is pretty big in terms of not being annoying. Planting the bean. So both runners peeked this chest earlier. I couldn't
This
quite tell what it
box.
was either time.
It was a boss key, a shadow boss key.
Oh, yeah, it could be setting up for when Alexis wants to go back and just clear out the rest of Shadow. I see.
Yeah, I could tell you that because I saw like the 3 golden nubs.
Oh yeah, I saw the gold parts, but it wasn't coming together for me. And draining the well, going to check the well entrance, which we know is a grotto. And Flouche heading into graveyard.
Yep, you did plant the bean earlier.
Oh, okay. So grabbing that
So I
boss
get
key
him
and
the
then,
shadow boss key.
yeah, and then we'll head down likely to South Arrowfield back into Shadow. Yeah, so I'm going to leave from Kokiri out to Harrowfield and just backwalk down to the Abominable Scrub Grotto in South Harrowfield again to Shadow here, and then just do all of Shadow. And yeah, it does look like Alexis is finally making it out to GTG. Which,
Yeah, the only things we saw were that bomb chew bag and the and those eye drops, which we still have. We don't know if those eye drops are anything important because Flouche has not checked it yet.
Yeah, I don't remember. Did Flouche find any pieces in GTG?
Nope. He found 4 keys.
Yeah, and logically, there's nothing else we could do in GTG as Child, right?
Yeah, I mean the only way you can do more is glitching.
Yeah. So
Because this ain't the combo rando where you can switch ages with Song of Time.
right. So this actually is going to give Flouche some time to really get ahead of Alexis, especially if those remaining checks in Shadow Temple end up being big. Or I guess I should say even further ahead.
I know Alexi has not done, the Goron, the big Goron checks.
Right.
So, and there was like one, I think maybe 2 pieces on him. So.
Hmm. Yeah, so what do we? So we know there was 3 in DC, at least 1 on Big Goron. So that'd be 4 pieces for Alexis. There's 40 skulls, which they're 2 Skulltula tokens away from. As long as Alexis doesn't burn too much time here in GTG, they can still take this, I think. Yeah, there are still 6 more pieces that we need to at least confirm their existence of.
We have no idea where Deku is. There's only Water Temple entrance and Hyrule Field Cow left for entrances.
Yeah, it's one of those 2.
OGC Ferry is a indoor, not a grotto.
Yeah.
Looks like Flouche is probably going to be doing the basement section first.
Interesting. So this will be He does have 2 keys, so yeah, he can go over this way first. As long as he goes back and does the rest of Shadow, he'll get those pieces that Alexis found. But I can see how it's also tempting just to rush through the back of Shadow here.
Yeah.
Won't get you a medallion, but still checks. Alright, so Lexi's gonna go check the center area again, which again, we did know that there is a bomb tree bag here on the left side.
Which is logically 4K locked. Fun fact.
We have 4 keys.
Exactly, so it's in logic. Yeah, that is very much possible. On the other vein, we could have adult-only Deku as well.
Oh yeah, because water temple entrance.
Yep.
I had to pause for a second, I'm like, wait. Yeah, so right now we're just
Oh, and another one we don't have info on yet is the DMC Scrub Grotto. Because no hammer.
Oh, good point. Did anyone check worst scrub in Death Mountain Crater?
It's dead.
I don't remember. Oh, it's dead. Oh, we got that hint. Okay.
No, it's even simpler than that. It's because scrubs are off.
Not shuffle. That's right.
However, the token there can be something.
Yeah, in the soil patch?
Yep.
Or the crate?
No, the crate.
Yeah. Because so far, it looks like Child doesn't even have access to the Bolero platform, so...
It probably
not gonna
never
worry about
will
that one.
either.
Yeah.
Although we haven't seen the owl, which can go there in theory.
Death Mountain Trail Owl leads you to Crater.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah. It's been a lot of seeds. People played a lot of seeds. Alright. What's in these boxes? We got 4 boxes here to check on Alexis' side as Flouche works through the back of Shadow, which we have not seen yet. So all new checks coming up here. More tokens, which Alexis does have over 40 now, sitting at 42, it looks like. So definitely has that piece available now.
Yep.
And Flouche finding keys in the back of Shadow, always fun. There's another piece for Alexis. All right, what about these 2 boxes? Oh. All right. 30 for Alexis now after that treasure adjustment game. That helped close the gap between Alexis and Flouche. But Flouche getting another piece. Wow. This is going to be really close.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We're almost in no mode for all the pieces. I think we only need to see, like, 2 more. To at least see 38. And Alexis is going back to adult. Likely to clean up some dungeons here.
Definitely going into Dodongo, so he'll get 3 pieces, which will probably put him for, like, closer now, if not ahead.
Yeah, we'll see how long it takes for Flouche to go back and do the rest of Shadow, which I think he will do after finishing Bongo Bongo here.
Possibly, yeah. Because all he has to do is go up to the skull room and bail.
Yep. Flouche has been routing in pieces pretty well throughout this entire seed, taking notes of them, so I don't think Flouche is going to leave Shadow here. Yeah, Flouche not having Strength 3 could be massive, as it looks like we're getting pretty lean on piece checks, to be honest. but we'll see.
And Alexi is finally checking Big Goron checks. So we will see the eye drops to see if they're anything of value.
Mm-hmm. Alexis really not wanting to leave any of these overrolled rocks unturned. Nope, just a bundle of arrows on eye drops.
Oh my god, there was a treasure chest game key on Bongo.
That's pretty rude, but that'll help Flouche out a little bit. Actually, Flouche leaving the rest of Shadow behind. Ooh, interesting. So they pushed Jabu for the stone and then left. Do they think Rainbow Bridge is for rewards and not for medallions?
We might have misread that.
Ah, we did.
Yeah, we did in fact misread that as... There we go. So
right, that makes more sense.
Yeah, strength is actually now a bit of a factor. I misread.
Yeah. It's alright. So, yeah, there's a lot of... Considering those scrubs aren't shuffled, there's a lot of checks sitting behind Light Trial, then. Proportionally.
Yep.
And we know Ganon, and we know keys are going to be in here. Oh, there's a piece immediately. So, this should be interesting. Now, I do want to make a note about this match. I think it's the last match of round 3.
Yeah,
so round 4 matches will not be on any schedule so far, as we have to wait for this match to finish, and then the tournament organizers to determine who's matched up in round 4. So keep your eyes peeled in the future for more RSL matches on the restream.
Yeah. Oh, Boomerang! Oh, that is huge! That is Boomerang. A lot of overworld tokens that just opened up.
For Child. Yeah, for Child. Yeah. All right, and then Alexis grabbing the Shadow boss key. So finishing Shadow still on Alexis' mind. So I think you're right. I think they're going to go out here, clean up, go to Dodongo's Cavern, and then their 4th reward will be Shadow Temple.
Yeah. They might even... I hope they don't skip Dodongo's Cavern items. I probably won't, but there is a chance. Oh yeah, happy 3 hours.
Sure, we're 3 hours into this Random Settings League RSL Season 7 match of Ocarina of Time Randomizer here on ZeldaSpeedRuns. We'd have a great time seeing this very close match between Flouche and Alexis. Alexis going to go in here to Dodongo's Cavern, find 3 more pieces, bringing them tied with Flouche's 34. As Flouche goes back to Child.
It depends on if he even goes for the items.
That's true.
I think he might just go for boss.
But we want to thank...
No, he's going for him.
We want to thank our runners for sharing their perspectives with us, both Flouche and Alexis. Make sure to give them a follow. We also want to thank our trackers today, Carliana and Virgil Dante. Thank you very much. And I want to thank both of our restreamers, VT Slacker, who got this started, and Baseball, who's been continuing it for us. And then finally, thank you for Alex for being here in commentary with me. And I'm Out of this War Burrito, and we're having a really good time here in RSL. Chat's already trying to make predictions on who's going to win this round.
Yeah, I mean,
think,
I do understand that sentiment. Like, yeah, Flouche is focusing on density, but Alexi will get that strength 3, which that could swing things pretty heavily.
Mm-hmm.
Flouche only need if Flouche goes back into Shadow Temple, he will get the pieces he needs.
That's pretty wild. The question is, does he do it?
Probably not for a bit.
Yeah.
Like the treasure chest game keys, like following those makes sense. Flouche already's done 40. Yeah, he's checked the 40.
Yeah, I would say probably for the first half of this race, if not first 2 hours, Alexis was having the stronger seed. The way they ran to certain items really gave them quite the advantage early on, but Flouche has been gaining and then passing here in the second half as he continues to focus down on clearing those dungeons and getting rewarded for it.
Flouche did do Courtyard, but he didn't do everything. But we will be getting Night Skulls in Lon Lon Ranch. But yeah, Alexi now has Strength 3, so... Or is it going to be getting it?
This is actually a really good time for Alexis to get Strength 3 as well, because after finishing this in Shadow Temple, that's an easy... Oh, I'm gonna go check Ganon's. Don't need any convincing there.
There it is. I mean, Dodongo's Cavern is one of those places you can comfortably full clear.
Oh, absolutely.
There's the Goron Tunic.
Just floating
Probably
around up
skipping
there.
that.
Yeah. And his broken sword for Alexis. Didn't have that earlier.
Yeah. All right, this was... Yeah, the sword was the thing that gave it, Flouche, if he checks, the cow grotto and it's Deku, it's gonna be pretty much, his game to lose, but I don't think he's checking it. No, never mind.
No, yeah, he just intuited it. He was like, wait, I haven't checked this grotto yet. Yeah, if this is Deku, that could be the W for Flouche if Deku's got some pieces in it. But if it's not, then we know Deku's behind Water Temple entrance, which is funny. We flooded the tree.
Or Hammer.
Yeah, or Hammer.
Although he won't be able to do a couple checks in Deku because he doesn't have the Deku shield. Nope. Okay, it is the scrub.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunate.
Whoa, a stick. Okay, so Deku seems to be Water Temple entrance at this point. That scrub found a better grotto to live in.
All right. Well, there's another boomerang. Oh, Flouche is going for more Soil Patch Skulls now.
Yeah.
He might even get that Strength 3.
I don't know. He would have to go back into Spirit Temple. I feel like the odds of him going back into Shadow and finishing the checks are higher than him going back through Child Spirit just to go check Soil Patch.
True.
Someone gave the Deku scrub the Mountain Deed. In Hyrule, King Hyrule owns you. There are no deeds. It's all his land. That's what the Civil War was about.
You know, the funny thing is that we still have no access to Water Temple.
Yeah, you're right. We don't have boots.
Oh my god, Flouche is one piece
shot.
away.
That's pretty nuts that ended up being a piece. All right, so this is really, really close now. Flouche needs one more piece, which we know where some pieces are. There's some in Shadow, and there's more in the treasure chest minigame. So Flouche goes back and finds another treasure chest game key, or back into Shadow. Flouche will finish up this seed. Alexis just finishing Dodongo's Cavern, likely going to go ahead into Shadow here and do back Shadow. Yeah, the question is what does Flouche do next after the soil patch? Looks like going into Domain.
Jabu entrance.
I was about to say, I'm like, is he really going back for Baronade? Dang.
He might be going back for Baronade too. I mean, you have Boomerang, so it's not just Baronade, but also
the Stingers.
Map and Compass. No, he's already done Stingers. Because that's a Boomerang chest.
Oh. Right, the
yeah, effectively
tentacles.
6 minutes. True.
Yeah, chat
because
referring to
Alexi's going to have a lot of pieces available now.
Yeah. Checking Jabu entrance.
Oh, there's also the Night Skull in Fountain as well that opened up.
That looks to be what he's checking right now. Oh, this is going to be really close. If Flouche can pull just a piece out of here, he's got it.
That was a token.
Mm-hmm. I was like, wow, perfect way to block the token with your head. Just be like, wow, Flouche really making us bite our nails here. Yeah, Alexis has a pretty clear path to victory, which Alexis isn't aware of, but they do. He does have one, and then Flouche is just hunting for one more. I'm gonna go back out into Hyrule Field.
Looking like going into Jabu, I want to say.
Potentially. Yeah, so far RSL, we've had a lot of close matches. It's just what is close in RSL is a little different than maybe some other matches. But this one just straight up is this close period for any sort of randomizer race. Especially as we hear on the restream our no mode for where the pieces are that these runners are missing, that they could get to finish it right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Alexis can... Oof. Yeah, this is really close. Yeah, because there was a piece in Force trial for Ganon's Castle, so... Alexis finishes up Shadow, gets 2 pieces. If they go turn their 4th. I don't think they'll turn their 40th piece until after Ganon's. I think they need to go do Ganon's Tower first.
Yeah, this is going back into Jabu here.
Yeah, finish up the checks they weren't able to do earlier with Boomerang. So Triforce hunt is basically you need to collect the pieces of the Triforce to complete the game. You don't need to go defeat Ganon. So once these runners get to 38 pieces, they win. So the race is over.
Like in this case, yeah. Yeah, Jabu
Yeah.
also opens up lags, so that is another.
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
yeah. Will be contingent on where those pieces are.
Yeah, this is a real nail biter as Alexis works back to the floor master and back shadow. And now Flouche doing some checks we haven't seen yet in Jabu, having found that boomerang in Ganon's castle.
All right. Is it map chest? Nope. But this is always the hardest part of Triforce Hunt, is that last piece.
Yeah, you're always just like, okay, I'm very close to finishing the seed. The other runner
Where's
hasn't
my
finished yet.
opponent?
Yeah, my opponent could also be just as close as I am. Where's this last piece?
It's probably on the ceiling.
Oh, yeah. These bubbles can be
Yeah, it gets
elusive
stuck
sometimes.
on there. All right, is it compass? Nope, not compass.
Faster music when last piece is too stressful for me. I leave that off.
I have it on. I also
you-
have
you-
it slowed down when I have one heart piece because it's funny.
You like the pressure. So in these settings, yes, Triforce pieces are randomized effectively anywhere. There's a few places where they won't show up, but songs. So sorry, a song won't give you piece of heart with these settings. But this is RSL, Random Settings League, so the settings are randomized for each seed. So this is the first one actually on the restream of this tournament season where we're actually seeing the Triforce pieces come into play. The other seeds that have showed up on restream so far have been Go Defeat Ganon. Yeah, the probability of inside Ganon's castle having more pieces is high since we didn't see Light Trial, which Alexis can show us here after Bongo Bongo, which is likely where they're going to go.
Oh, Flouche going for box skip here.
Checking the Skulltulin here,
Nice.
which they didn't see earlier, which I think is just a token.
He got this
And
one.
yeah. Oh, he did. Okay. Yeah, Alexis had to come back for it. So Flouche is going to go do Baronade. And Alexis will get a game key here. Pick it up, pick it up. Yeah. Don't roll past that.
Locked behind 5 keys. But of course, this is RO, but the fact that you can beat Bongo.
So Alexis playing Bolero. Take you back to market quickly as our warps this seed were randomized. Got a Skull flashback. Sorry, / you're welcome. And Flouche already done with Baronade. Very fast Baronade kill. And yeah, here's inside this Gan's castle. We saw these checks earlier, minus the Strength 3 locked ones, a Light Trial. We know that Boomerang is in Spirit Trial, and we have a Triforce piece in Force Trial, right?
There was a piece in Force Trial and one in Water Trial.
Oh, right. And Water Trial. So yeah, this could be it here.
Yep.
Alexis is 3 pieces away. Could find those 2, leave, and go turn 40. Flouche
You
is...
chase Light Trial. You 100% chase Light Trial.
Oh, immediately? Yeah. I'm just saying, if for whatever reason Alexis does not find anything in Light Trial, we'll pull it from Water and Force at the minimum. And Flouche going back to Adult here. Oh, there's a piece already. That's enough.
One piece.
Can Flouche find a piece before Alexis finishes Gan's castle? Probably not, but we'll see. Iron Boots on Lax.
Oh no!
Oh no. Flouche playing Kokiri, that might be baiting him to going to Lake to get into Deku. Oh wait, no, that's Goron City. My bad. Randomizer worse messes with me.
Yeah, it is over.
Yeah, this is Alexis' seed to lose at this point. But
Unless
the fact that it was
Flouche can get a piece quickly. Yeah.
Oh, he's going back into water. Oh, I don't know about this one.
Yeah, water. Water has at least one piece.
Yeah, that's probably what he's thinking. But the question is, where is that piece? I don't think he's going to get
be really close.
Yeah, this is extremely close. This is within... Oh man, maybe within even with 2 minutes.
Oh my god.
Alexis going into water trial is going to pull a piece from here. Just needs to go into force trial after this, and we'll be done.
Flouche, oh my god. This
slowly
is
floating up.
Insanely close.
The longest water temple ascent in my life. As Flouche even's like, yep, I'm gonna... Come on.
Oh my god. Could you imagine if they just finished at the same time?
Oh, I don't know. Alexis is going up to Shadow Trial first.
Oh god, yeah.
This is gonna give Flouche some time to find that piece of gold. Oh man, this is really close.
Yeah, it is. Oh my god.
Not going to the back because we don't have hammer. Running over to Forest Trial. Flouche pulling 5 rupees out of the box. Gonna have to play Lullaby.
Oh my god.
Oh, Alexis going to Forest Trial right here. I think this is it. I think this is over.
This is it.
This is it.
If Flouche doesn't get it now, it's over.
No, there's no way. Flouche doesn't have enough time to go to a box. You gotta watch the water drain.
And it's
That's
over.
it. Alexis wins. GG to Alexis.
Oh
Flouche
my
pulling a key
god,
out of that box.
unfortunate.
Wow, that was really close.
Oh my god, that was so close.
Flouche is looking like they're going to try and finish it here. Try and pull that last piece so they can get a time.
Yeah.
Meringue was total
Rang
bait,
was
I'd agree.
indeed bait.
Meringue was bait.
Oh my god.
Wow.
The worst part is that we still haven't found anything in water.
No. Just junk and keys. Flouche is chasing that gold hint. So, yeah, the main 2 route differences have already been pretty well summarized in chat, but as we talked about earlier, Alexis pushed Overworld a bit more, which ended up costing them some time in the second half of this race. And Flouche pushed Dungeons a little bit harder in the second half, which helped them gain a lot on Alexis. If they just stuck to certain dungeons a little bit longer, like Shadow Temple, they could have pulled the W out here. But yeah, turns out that Strength 3 in Desert Colossus Soil Patch that Alexis was able to find by going out and doing Child Spirit first with Bug Bottle ended up being the difference that allowed Alexis to overcome Flouche here at the very end. It's the small things like that.
My god.
Yeah, once this
He's
all
one
finishes
piece
up,
away.
Yeah, he wants to get that one piece to get the time on. Once Flouche finishes up and the results are finalized, the round 4 mashups of the Swiss set will be made. We have 2 more rounds of Swiss, round 4 and round 5, and then after that, brackets will be decided for top 8.
Yep.
So very exciting match of the tournament. I'm very glad this one got a restream. So
and
I
it was so close.
Yeah, really close. So I want to take this opportunity while we wait for Flouche to find his last piece of gold here. To once again thank Flouche and Alexis for sharing these streams with us. It was very exciting, a great RSL matchup here. Also want to thank again the trackers, Carliana and Virgil Dante for their time, and the restreamer, VT Slacker for getting it started, and Baseball for continuing on for us, and Alex for being here and commentating with me. Really, probably the closest race I've seen so far. Some of the other races have been close in terms of like generalness of close for RSL. Like I've seen 6 minutes, 3 minutes, but this was literally one tight decision from finishing.
Flouche going for bow skip here. I've done this a couple times before. That should barely get it. Almost. Yeah, there's the goal plus 25%.
Yeah, for the Triforce pieces. This ended up being required only, so it's very possible that there could have been only 38, but in this case, there was definitely more than 38 available, because we do know there's one in here somewhere in Water Temple from a hint. And then also finding those pieces in Light Trial. Or finding that piece in Light Trial.
Water is such bait. Yeah. We haven't found anything in water.
Honestly, not finding that boomerang would have probably pushed Flouche into the lead. Flouche probably would have started retracing steps.
Oh my god, yes. Hammer to get into Taker would be hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have no way of getting to Morpha. No long shot.
No long shot. Which, if that's the case, that's cruel. Nice hover boots strat there, crossing this room, always cool.
Nice.
And for Dark Link.
The nice thing about having 3 hearts is that Dark Link is a very easy fight.
Yeah. Just don't let him troll you.
Probably just wants the satisfaction of actually beating the seed, considering how close it ended up being. Like, when you're one piece away, yeah, minimal means no heart pieces, no heart containers.
Mm-hmm. And then also...
Unless, in the exception of heart bridge / heart key requirements.
Yeah, one hit KO on Dark Link. Flouche almost gonna end up basically full clearing water looking for this piece. Unfortunate.
It's not guaranteed to be a piece in water. It's just an item that locks a piece.
Yeah, which is why people were talking about hammer earlier, and that would be pretty mean. We're just hoping it's a piece.
Yeah, because Triforce pieces cannot be path to gold. Dins is possible too.
Oh yeah.
To get trap room in shadow. Oh my god. Oh my god. We've had 2 spare keys in Water Temple, I just realized.
Making you do everything. The only thing we haven't seen is Central Pillar, which Flouche does have a tunic for. And I guess there's a Skulltulin Central Pillar too still.
Yep.
Flouche resetting, being like, okay, more keys. been on 37 pieces for about 12 minutes. Wow. I haven't been watching the clock on that one, but that does put things in perspective. It's like Alex was talking about earlier. That last piece can feel like the longest one.
It is always the hardest one, unless you. Oh
There
my
it is.
god! Not happy.
No, not quite the last check, but close to it. Miserable.
That is so emblematic. Ground jumping to it, based.
Yeah, why not? All right, well, we do have, it looks like, Alexis to interview. Welcome in. Congrats.
Hey, thank you.
Well, how'd you feel about that scene?
A lot of stress.
Yeah,
Oh my
what's
god.
stressful?
Yeah, when I get the piece in water trial, I see he didn't finish. I feel, oh my god. Please give me the last piece.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
that's strength
Flouche had
3
similar
was
feelings.
the big difference. Because Flouche did not get the strength in Gerudo Valley's soil, which hurt him.
Okay.
Yeah, Flouche's first pass at Spirit Temple was as adult, so he went through that way. Went out to Colossus, got the Night Skulls, did checks there, and then when he went back in as child, he opted not to go back to Colossus with bugs. So that strength 3 was just out of reach for him, which he got into Ganon's quite a bit earlier than you. So unfortunately that hurt him because he found Boomerang in Spirit Trial, which bathed him into Jabu and then Water Temple.
Okay. Iron in Jabu, so?
On Lax.
Yeah, light arrow cutscene, yeah.
Yes, because, okay, I don't notice that on Match Tracker, but yes, Jabu Shadow Med.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Okay.
pretty challenging seed overall. A lot of people earlier were saying this was going to be a jet, a very fast seed, but it ended up being pretty much an average link seed. How do you like Triforce pieces as opposed to beating Ganon?
My feeling about Triforce Hunt and not beat Ganon, it's okay, but I'm not. I like Triforce Hunt, but I'm not a big player, so. Think when I see Triforce Hunt in early, I feeling. I'm not sure it's the greatest against Flouche.
Yeah, for the first half of the race, you were ahead of Flouche for a while. You ran into some items a little bit sooner than him, which helped with your routing. But in the second half, Flouche played dungeons very aggressively, and that actually got him ahead of you by, I think at one point, like 6 or 7 pieces. But then he just struggled. It took him over 12 minutes to find that last piece alone. So being more thorough on the overworld like you were ended up helping.
Yeah, that was my my big question when I playing. I have a lot of moment. I'm locked at 27. I'm locked big time at 27 pieces, and during this moment, I just feel maybe I need to rush. Yeah, I do GTG for nothing. Fortress have the bean, so I guess it's okay. But yeah, I feeling about maybe I need to rush a lot. In the end too, I try I try to skip skull behind the last skull of DC. So
Yeah.
too because I don't know. I don't know how play it. I guess we need to rush the dungeon, but
yeah, Flouche played more aggressively on the skulls. He ended with over 50, and then he was stopping picking them up. So he did get that skull to that piece on 40. But Alex, do you have any questions for Alexis? I know that he also has a French interview after this.
I
Did
don't have any questions.
I have one question. Did Flouche find DQ?
No.
Okay.
We only have 2 entrances left.
Yeah.
Water Temple entrance and the DMC Grotto.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it was
okay,
either
okay.
locked behind. Yeah, it was either locked behind Hammer or Boots. So we don't know. That could have been a difference
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, that was one of my big scare. At one moment I decided to do a refill
imagine
and
if someone went into Water
Yeah.
Temple entrance with just hook shot and gold scale.
uh,
That could have been a huge difference maker, but with it being RO, it was pretty risky.
I guess my
Okay,
last
okay.
question would be: you are now at 3 wins for Swiss rounds going into round 4. You might run against Alex here. How do you feel about that?
I play against you, Alexander.
Oh my
Oh.
god. We are
It's
actually
okay.
opponents. I just checked.
It's okay. It's okay. You
Alright,
beat
you win.
Ryu. You beat Ryu. That could be a greatest match. If we can play, because I leave for vacation Friday, so yeah. That was unfortunately not a lot of day for play it for me.
Mhm.
Yeah. The only day I can't do is tomorrow, but otherwise I'm good to go whenever.
Tomorrow, yeah, I don't know. And I need to play an Async Mix Pool 2 and a Franco match.
Oh, right. There's
Tomorrow.
the Francophone tournament going on.
Yeah, tomorrow, no.
All right.
So, yeah,
well, we'll let you
just-
sort out the schedules later.
Yeah, yeah. Just have tomorrow and Thursday, I think. Well, I don't think it's sure.
All right. Well, congratulations again. I know.
Thank
I know
you.
you need to go to the other interviews, so I think we'll hand this over to baseball.
Yeah, but thank you for the restream, and have a good evening day.
You as well.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
All right. With that, that's the end of the race. We're done here. Thanks everyone for watching. This was fun. Big thanks to VT Slacker for starting this race for me. And of course, our volunteers, Carliana and Virgil Dante. Thank you for tracking. Burrito and Alex. Thank you for commentating. Yeah, lots more RSL coming up. Round 4, the matchups were just posted by Mido. So I'm sure we'll have a bunch of races going on soon. So yeah, I am going to send us over to Kill the Sheikah. She is currently playing A Link to the Past Rando, some cross keys, but she also plays a lot of OoTR sometimes too. So she's cool. Hope you enjoy that, and we'll see you next time. Bye.